So when I say super murder, I mean like absolute super murder. Because last week on our adventures in the Extinction Curse, the party, having put on a successful show to settle into Escadar, fulfill their obligations to the town, headed down to Moonstone Hall, climbed down a whole lot of stairs into a cave to an abandoned temple of a rodent that hasn't been used in generations, centuries, millennia, possibly. Because inside, there are a lot of trogs. Doing, we're not entirely sure of what yet, but what I am entirely sure of is that Zerg does not like trogs. That was made very abundantly clear. You can do your own Zoom effects on my stream? What?
What was that?
I came prepared this week.
Look, I wasn't prepared for that. I was just looking up at OBS to make sure everything was coming through, and I had everything unmuted, and I see Mono has his own Zooms. I don't even know how he's doing that, honestly. You'd have to literally be in your webcam software. That's the only way you can, because I'm just cropping the video chat.
Well, shit, I see a bit happening more often now.
Oh, what a goddamn champion. But no, after max damage on a solid 50% of your attacks and repeated, numerous, incredibly aggressive and violent critical hits, well...
That's what I do.
You have certainly made an impression upon those trogs that are here in the early area of the halls. As you made your entry, fought your way through an open atrium and into what must once have been a chapel, a fairly large hall of worship, where several incredibly large and incredibly naked trogs stood absolutely no chance at stopping any of you. Nor did some strange phantasmal specter summoned out of the pulpit of the chapel hall itself, as they just ran past it completely carelessly. I didn't get to quite fit that into the highlight without, I couldn't put all of your murderous exploits in without it being 20-30 minutes long, so I had to be somewhat choosy. And Link 1429, this hero point would go to Zindern, but instead it's going to Mono, because at least Mono finishes his game playthroughs. Ooh. Meta points. Meta points.
I'll take it, thanks.
So as we left off here, we had just finished battling with this high priest, this cleric of some kind of the trogs, as well as these three massively oversized trog beasts that towered over even Zerg. And we hadn't had a chance to really heal. Hadn't had, I think, much of an opportunity even to look through the room beyond the fresco on the back wall here that we had slammed the cleric into until dead. Did we look through them at all, the trogs? I know we definitely haven't healed. At least not much, because I can see that everyone is...
I think we finished it by just smacking her in the face.
Yeah, I believe it ended pretty much immediately with that fight. So this is right as the chapel here falls silent once more. Without wind, without a breeze, without anything. Near completely soundless. And Zerg transforming back into his normal state. And the rest of you, well, some intermittent degree of injured from battle, but having come out fairly well. What do you do now, party?
I also transform into my normal state.
From what state?
The other state is imperceivably different.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's
Yeah.
it's a very subtle transformation. You wouldn't
It
notice.
really is. Yeah. You wouldn't know her.
Don't you have a mask and everything?
I do, but I keep that mask on.
Oh, so you're not taking off the mask. So you're not
No,
really
no.
transforming at all.
No, I am. You just can't.
She's transforming underneath the mask.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had
Okay.
found, for sure, you had definitely found the circlet. Because I remember we had briefly talked about the strange moonstone circlet that had perched on top of the cleric's head, which Ara...
Telepathy one, right?
Yeah, the telepathy circlet Ara had identified and given to Selwyn. So I guess we had actually gone through what could be found on the priest. But we hadn't taken the opportunity really to heal up. Or maybe you even did, and this was just where we got in one heal. But with everyone fairly well off and this room seemingly cleared, again, the show is yours, friends.
Well, is there nothing else in this room that's like interesting? It's just kind of empty. It's just like a room with an altar.
Well,
What's on
there's
the corpses?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of big dead bodies now, but there's that big
Aren't they all naked?
vandalized fresco. They're all very naked, except for the cleric who just has that thin cloth robe and a dark red draped about her. But other than the large fresco on the back wall, the Trogs had painted over with whatever it was, whether it's their own history or their plans or just kind of, vague vandalism of the very concepts of Erodin. The rest of the room is pretty well smashed. I mean, it certainly once had rows of pews leading up to this pulpit, but they're just little more than fragments of wood that have been beaten into not anything that's even a full plank at this point. The only thing that really still stands intact in here at all that could possibly be interesting is the pulpit on the dais itself. But everyone did clearly see what happened when Zerg ran past it, though it did not appear to affect him at all. It was certainly somewhat of a terrifying sight.
He cast his
And
own powerful
these,
spell. It's called not giving a fuck.
True.
Sorry, Grin. Go on.
So do these Trogs, besides their big mallets, I mean, are the mallets cool? Like, are they cool looking, besides being covered in blood?
You've got their big mallets.
I mean, they are probably fairly cool looking. They are massive mallets for these massive creatures. The haft of one of these things, just raw wood, almost just a log pared down, would be significantly larger than you are, Barkbeard. And its head encased in hammered, just plated metal, wrapped around and bolted with a ring of bolts onto the wooden head of the mallet underneath on either end. It's a very simple yet effective device. They don't appear to be magical in nature. They wouldn't have shown up when Ara and Arabis were using their magic to investigate the room when they'd found the circlet and the spiked gauntlet that the cleric had.
So, what's the plan?
Well, there might be some stuff in these rooms on the side here.
And there are two doors
God.
before the pulpit itself, leading up to the north and south wings, kind of mirroring where the hallways had led from the original atrium you walked through, leaving you really with a variety of directions to pursue from here.
Anybody have a problem with me opening this door?
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
I think we should rest up first. You know?
Oh.
I think the last door you
Alright.
opened had these three guys behind it. I point over to the big trogs.
That's true, but I don't. This seems like a very small door. I don't know if they could fit through here.
So, Selwyn, as you climb up on the dais there,
Sorry, I don't want to stay away from it. Sorry. No, thank you. Just around it.
it's about as tall as you are. It's like 3 feet.
Yeah,
You
no,
have to
I'm not
climb
climbing up on that shit. No.
Zerg's still up there. He's chilling.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, but Zerg has no fear, and I have fear enough for both of us.
Fair enough. A mistake. So,
All right, Gray, you want to apply some of your medicine?
Oh, of course, yes. I could treat the wounded.
Yeah.
you would see that everybody but you has at least taken some blows in this most recent fight. With the support of some magic, Barkbeard looking surprisingly okay, given the fact he was literally slammed around the doorway like a ragdoll by these things.
Yeah,
Repeatedly, yes.
Yeah, Ara and Zerg would be the two that look the most wounded.
I was getting punched by a ghost fist.
well, you two come over here, and I will treat you.
Can we do it over here?
No, we do it right here where I am.
Blackbeard, you just running back and forth.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
antsy. He
Zerg's
wants
gonna
to-
sort of. Sorry, Zerg's gonna kind of just sit over the edge of this platform, like feet on the ground, sitting on the edge. Come on, fix it.
Feet on the ground? How tall is Zerg? This thing's like 3 feet high. How
Oh, is
long
it?
are
I
your
thought it was like.
shins?
I thought it was like 3 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Circus all legs.
He's like 6'7", isn't he? He's a big boy.
Yeah, he
If
probably did.
you can set on a 3-foot shelf and put your feet on the ground, Zerg is a
He
big
can
lad.
put his butt on it and still put his feet on the ground.
He's a big boy.
Still
Well,
technically.
fair
sitting.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair
You
enough.
know what? Fine. Even if you can't, dangling feet over the ledge, then
kid.
kind of kicking him a little bit.
Like a big
that's
kid.
cute. Circus just a big old cutie.
All right, Artemis, go ahead and roll me a medicine check as you take some time here to look over your allies.
Who has that gauntlet?
What comment?
There is a magic gauntlet too.
That's scrolling. Because
So that's a
33.
33, yeah, that's
Oh.
going to solidly critically succeed, restoring 4d8 plus 10 health to each of them. And the gauntlet that I mean, if you were the one that was collecting magical things to inspect them, holy crap, that's a
All
solid roll,
right,
too.
Jesus.
Have some 32 to start the day.
If you were the
How
one
about-
collecting them all, Ara, then I mean, it would make sense that you could have it on you still. I mean, you're generally the magicum item collector at first, right?
Generally, unless someone beats me to it.
I mean, more the
Am I
fact that
still
he
sickened?
steals it.
Yeah, that too.
No, you'd be okay now.
Oh, right, because the truck's not really bad.
You would definitely have some time. It would take you a moment, but in a quiet moment after the fight, you could overcome that with no real difficulty, especially while Arabis is spending 10 minutes treating you anyway. Did you want to attempt to identify that while that was happening, Ara?
Yeah,
Or
that's
did-
exactly what I wanted to do.
Okie dokie. What are you using? What's your modifier?
Nature and a 12.
I feel like we did this already. I'm not positive.
I feel like we might have.
We did the tiara, but not the gauntlet.
Yeah, I know we definitely did a TR. That's true. We probably didn't have time to do both. With this time now, as you're being tended to, just kind of sitting, looking this thing over, using your own cantrips to pull it apart, you can tell that set into the palm of the gauntlet are a pair of runes, and these runes do bear a bit different iconography than the standard ones that some of you may have or that you would have found up above. But at some level, magic largely is magic. It's almost kind of a universal language and a universal function. But these two runes would make this a +1 striking spiked gauntlet.
Cool.
Nice.
Surprisingly meaty for such a thin and frail Trog, because that cleric was by far the scrawniest and smallest Trog you've seen. In almost hilarious juxtaposition to the giant naked Trogs.
I relay that.
All right.
So after this 10 minutes have passed of you touching up here, Zerg and are being brought back up. Barkbeard and Selwyn still with... Oh, Barkbeard apparently actually is at full health. So Selwyn then still would be the only one who is still a bit injured.
So when you want me to look at you?
Yes.
Okay, I will be very careful this time.
I will kind of shake as I hold up my arm.
Okay.
Just suspicion.
There's that familiar 19.
Oh, familiar 19
Why
flash
does it
coming
keep
out.
happening?
Because
It's
she's not...
so often.
You're not super willing to subject yourself to this, I suppose, after, what had happened previously. And holy crap, you guys want some hero points? God damn. Justinian 9 throwing them out here. 3 hero points for Barkbeard.
Ooh.
Whoa!
There you go.
And 2 hero points for Zerg. Massive piles of coins abound.
Thank you very much. I need
Take
this.
your
This is
stacks
good.
here.
Yeah, let's leave Shinbi. We know when we're not wanted.
Yeah.
You get big orcish kisses. Thank you.
With a 19 here, of course, 19's not your DC's 20, 19 doesn't quite hit it, but still, again,
Yada, yada,
you-
yada, yeah.
yada,
Some-
you feel Something that passes. 2d8 plus 10.
The Storm Lord, he's with me.
That or magical item.
Can't resist now, can you? You're having a hard time.
Zinder's gonna die. Like in real life.
17.
Oh, good enough.
17 on the Sullen. This is actually like physically killing Zinder as the player. Oh, it makes me happy.
Of course it does. You hate everything, including me.
The
Just me
amusement.
most of all.
Such great joy from the mysterious, beneficial medicine checks from Aramis. It's just astounding how many times that this has happened.
It's wild.
It's a lot.
It's an actual masterpiece. I mean,
It's
it has
fitting
been
that
one
it's
of the
wild.
greatest demonstrations because it's the most noticeable +1 in the history of Pathfinder. But with that completed, with the party brought back together, a short window of rest. Everyone's largely ready to go and looking in shape. Ara and Barkbeard looking fairly antsy in the center of the room.
I'm dancing with Frederick.
Leshy's just kind of
dancing.
dance around with Frederick.
I'm so upset.
There's this door, you say?
I think we should go to the north one.
Oh, yes, good point. We probably
Frederick
should.
agrees.
What point?
Frederick just flies to the
Oh,
wall.
sorry.
All right, off we go.
Oh.
Barkbeard still has the light on. I cast on him, right?
Yes, Barkbeard does still have the light. You have Frederick and Barkbeard's probably, I imagine, just handprint glowing
Yeah.
to give you guys a way through here. So Barkbeard, as you approach this northernmost door leading out of the strange chapel hall, it would open up into a very simple and fairly small hallway that curves away to the left, rounded on the inside corner, though it takes a sharp angle on the outside. No real furnishings or anything to be seen here. It actually is surprisingly plain and very, very barren.
Well, this must be one of those trap hallways. I feel like this is exactly how I would make a trap hallway if I were a building of this sort. So I'm going to look very hard and see if there's any traps lying around.
So you want to be seeking as you progress through here?
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing? Arbus?
Shield raised. I am nervous.
We've switched.
Switched.
How about you, Selwyn?
Sneaking.
Hiding around corners, keep yourself out of
Uh-huh.
sight. Zerg?
Zerg's still waiting for a fight. He knows there's trogs in here somewhere.
Please just, Isaac, I will say you're scouting. You are the peak of scouting. You've never wanted to see trogs or enemies more in your
yeah.
life. And Ara?
Sustaining my bestest friend Frederick.
Keeping your light going. Right, I forgot that
I thought I was your bestest friend.
Oh, Frederick's my 5th bestest friend.
Oh, okay. Whew.
You're my 6th.
What? Who's 1 through 5?
So you, the group of you proceed up into the hallway here, where it does get relatively narrow around this corner as it bends to the left and runs almost kind of parallel to the backside of the chapel, turning further north around this hallway. As you come around this strange rounded outpost of the corner itself, almost encroaching into the space of the actual hallway, you can see this continues, turning once again to the left, another 20 or 30 feet forward, seeming to just continue its way along as an access corridor. But near that corner on the back wall ahead of you, Barkbeard, you can start to see, well, anything, really. A couple of very crude, hefty packs, like backpacks left by kindergartners coming into the classroom, haphazardly lined up going out of sight around this corner. There's also 2 doors, one on either side, as you round this corner turret here.
Well, I guess we keep opening doors or go down the hallway. Can I listen at this door next to me and see if there's like any sound?
Yeah. You can approach up to this door here, and I don't know if you necessarily have ears, but put your little head
I
up
can
against
feel
it.
the vibrations through the stone.
Put your
Someone is
little
speaking on the other side.
Branchy fingers up on it. And you get nothing but absolute and still silence.
Perfect. Then I will open this door. Not to worry, guys. I listened this time.
You know, one of these doors are going to be trapped and you're going to blow up.
We're just
Well,
letting
it's
him go
okay.
by
I've
himself.
been checking. Yes, I'm all by myself.
That's a good song. You should sing it at the next performance.
Yeah, where's that from?
I don't know, actually. I just heard it in the forest. Okay, so I'll open this door.
I think if you, the rest of you guys coming along here, I assume, not just kind
Yeah,
of standing back
there's-
in the corner.
Unless she's scouting squad.
Unless you scouting squad.
Ah!
I tried to move you at the same time you
I
tried
know.
to move you. So, Barkbeard, this door opens outward into the hallway here. As you reach up, grab the handle, and pull it open, it leads to absolutely nothing. And I don't mean like a room, I mean absolutely nothing. The door frame and the door set in it opens up to blank, unworked stone. A stone that looks to be identical to the makeup of the cavern outside the chapel itself.
Haha, this must have been quite the jokester, this architect. I guess that is a funny joke. Funny joke. I really appreciate this type of humor.
Do you remember in
I guess
Lost
this is when
Still
they...
in
very-
like Dark Souls 2, where you open a door and there's just a big wall with a skeleton embedded into the wall? And I feel like that's what happened here.
Was without the skeleton though.
It's without the skeleton,
So
which
it's
is
much
sad.
nicer without the skeleton.
I missed the skeleton.
Well, they did bury this place, so this must have been the back door. So I guess we'll go to the inner door, and it probably will go someplace more useful than a pile of stone.
Now, at this one, you can hear a voice on the other side. Certainly
There's a
sounds
voice.
like a Trog talking to themselves. What the heck has a view that's down here? Sounds like a Trog saying something to someone else or themselves, or entirely unclear on what exactly. But it's very quiet.
If I peek around this corner, around this corner, can I see another door down that hallway?
If you look up around this, the hallway continues on much further than the length of your light. But what you can definitely see is a lot more of these packs lined up against the northern wall. What must be over a dozen of them. I didn't mean my phone. I'm the failure. What must be more than a dozen of them lined up against the northern wall, just haphazardly stacked all the way down the hallway. But no doors that you can see as far as your light goes.
Well, there seems to be trogs in here. Want to go in and kill them? No takers? Okay, well, I guess we'll just walk past this door.
I was
Seems
fine,
like a
man.
good plan to me.
Zerg immediately rushes
yeah.
past. He took a second to process what you were saying. He just heard the word trog, blind rage.
I heard her say
There was
Trog.
no
It's like,
thought process at
Yeah.
all. He brushes past.
I was really surprised Cirque didn't immediately kicking the door. Like, just
Is that
Well,
what
I
is
guess I
it
can
going to this door? Because yes, the door Barkbeard's standing on the left side of the hallway here.
There will be no door left. There's no movement. It's just
I will stand away then.
So he steps up and boots this door. A pretty simple, basic wooden door set in its hinges here, which will absolutely just explode inward as Zerg kicks it. They were basic and not particularly hardy back in their day, and after hundreds of years of disuse, they are fairly fragile. And as you slam your foot through this, you blast open a much smaller chamber than the chapel. But as you look into it, Zerg, here be trogs. Here be some freaking trogs. You can see with the crisscrossing lights from Frederick and Barkbeard. I know there's a torch on the map here. I don't know who made this map at Paizo, but they didn't get the memo that none of these rooms are lit. I don't know why there's torches on the map, but there's not torches in the room. It's very specific that they're dark. You can see the shadows of another one of these hulking naked trogs, and flitting around his upper shoulder, what appears to be another quasit, one of the small flying implings. It kind of looks like that House of the Dead boss of the arcade shooter with the giant guy and the stupid little imp flying around behind him, flickering in the crossing darkness within your party. But as the door explodes inward, this trog responds pretty quickly and pretty violently. And that's definitely going to be initiative time.
He's
My favorite
Not a,
thing.
not a
Zerg is
deep
ready.
missing.
He was
fucking
hovering
around
over
today.
the initiative button.
I was actually.
Give it to me. Okie dokie, and let me add these 3 dingleberries. Did that add normally? Even when I use the pre-built, I think the NPC. Nah, they don't. I still have to add them in manual style. The NPC sheets for second edition don't appear to actually add them to the initiative table, so I still have to manual roll it. Feels freaking bad, man. I thought I was free from this. Alright, then there is Gigantic Man. Gigantic Man. A natural 1. He is, this is a breach and clear. He was not prepared. He's very startled. That's exactly what it is. He like turns around. He's trying to grab his mallet. He's not really sure where he put his hammer. He was not expecting the door to implode so violently. We got the other side of that. You win some, you lose some. All right, so as the door blasts inward here, you startle somebody. You can't see in the darkness, but you can hear a trog behind this giant bulk kind of yelp in surprise. And as the door opens, I need everyone, because I keep forgetting this, I'm just going to get out of the way at the beginning. Just everyone make the Fortitude Stink save for me. Let's just do them all at once.
Oh,
Zerg
shit.
are so used to it.
And today's DC is 25.
Today's DC is me not succeeding.
Aww.
So you and Arvis
is
in
I
the
still have
back,
a nose.
surprisingly, the 2 in the back are the ones that kind of
Well,
catch
that's
it
what's
the worst.
surprising.
Kick the door open.
I wasn't prepared for the stink.
That's fair. And this is it's almost more of an effective stew, because this huge guy who almost has to lean over a bit to fit in this room, and at least one other trog have been in this much smaller chamber, just hot boxing it with trog BO, blasting outward as Zerg obliterates the door. Arbus and Selwyn, you are both going to be sickened 1. You hear some very, surprised, a surprised gasp and yelp from the background here, and then over this massive trog scrambling for his hammer and turning around, you hear an incantation ring out from behind him, and you see this enormous trog, as he's reaching, speed up and pull up his hammer, artificially hastened by some magic. Zerg, however, the door is open and you're in it.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. And with the momentum of kicking the fucking door in, steps follow right up to this guy right here, and a fist follows shortly after. 23.
23 is gonna hit him.
4.
Of course.
11 damage.
Almost
we go.
maximum. We're doing it
Here we
again,
go.
boys. We're doing it again. All right. A solid blow.
I wasn't hitting the demon.
Oh, wait. The demon? I thought you were hitting the large lad.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah, I was hitting the big boy.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
no
okay,
way
my
he's
bad,
hitting
my bad,
the not trog. Between the trog and the not
Yeah, no,
trog,
the
there's
tro-
no
it's the
chance
trog.
he's hitting
Okay,
not the
fair
trog.
enough. Mobby.
You got 1 action left.
Swing number 2. Session reroll, swing number 2.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
29.
Oh,
I don't hit him.
Value.
With a 10 bludgeoning fist.
Jesus.
A quick 1-2 combo as you come into the room. Arabus,
Sicken 1 does what to me again?
-1 to everything. So like all of your D20 rolls, all of your DCs, your AC, it's all -1. You can attempt as an action another Fortitude save to retch to overcome it.
Oh yeah, I'm
But
gonna do
it's
that.
pretty hard while you're still.
Oh,
feels like it'd be
uh,
difficult to do while you're still standing in the stink of the trugs.
Perhaps more near the stink. I see. Okay. I am. Boy, this is tight. Run up next to the door and peek around and take a gander into what's happening.
Well, Zerg is punching a giant naked trug.
And I will just turn to Selwyn and go. Oh my god.
Ara.
Sustain Frederick. Take a step forward so I can see better into the door. And throw some fire with my elemental toss
Always
at the
a
big trog.
solid idea.
Session reroll.
Solid idea, but natural one doesn't agree with your ideas.
We're getting those out quick, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just get them all out. Dump them all on the table.
Yes, sir. That's better than a nat 1. A 20.
A 20 is just barely not gonna land. As in his haste here, this thing is moving so quick it's almost hard to predict how this lumbering brute near flashing to the light before you. Which is one action left, right? Oh no,
That's all of them.
Selwyn.
Yes, it's me. I will run in here and stab this big ugly trog who dared make me sick. So this will be one lower.
Yep.
A 27 on his flat-footed.
Solidly going to land. It does not crit,
Yeah.
but will hit.
For 20 damage as I ram the short sword in.
For 20,
And,
okay.
Yeah. Pretty good one. Pretty
You
good
have
roll.
2d6 sneak attack now?
Yeah, that's how I
Oh,
have the
that's
5.
pretty spicy. I should notice that right
Yeah.
now. We got a lot of dice coming out now.
And I'll run back out. See you later.
Poke. I'm standing here.
I'm outta here.
Huge. Mark Beard.
It's actually genius.
3
I'm
action
going-
system. You can do cool stuff now.
Yeah.
I'm going to root, kind of grow a bit tougher, and then I'm going to move in the room here, and move
And as
down. I
you-
did not realize there was these cool spiral staircase.
As you come in, yeah, you do see a couple of things. This chamber looks like it was a small office once upon a time, with most of the furniture again destroyed, but a bookshelf left very intact. There is a spiral staircase leading up behind you, and in the very back corner of this chamber, there is a second, significantly smaller trog. She's almost cowering in the back here, with a small heap of books in front of her, surprisingly well kept. One or two of them open on the top, and she's back there readying another spell.
Ah, I see. So that was 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so there's a corner. There's a corner in the wall right next to me, right? That's it.
Yes.
That comes out.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the staircase that's kind of weaving up into that. So that's part of the stairs. So you are
Okay,
in the
so then-
corner in front of the stairs there.
And then, okay, so I will reach down, kind of as I run down, I'm gonna sweep by and try and trip this big trog.
Okay.
A 29.
29 versus his reflex. I might critically succeed. It does not, but it will knock him down.
Okay, and then This makes the room a little bit more breezy in here. And then I'm going to just come down with the other.
All right, you can flurry of maneuvers.
Yeah, flurry murders. And that's just a warning shot. It's a warning shot. So.
Slamming some stuff down around him. The little, this small creature here that you've seen about a bazillion times before. Another one of these stupid little quasits in the room shrieks out in terror as everyone comes in. A high-pitched, almost shrill, flies back into the corner of the room, and then it incants quickly, and disappears. The massive Trog, seeming very unbothered by the disappearance of the little imp, is going to pull himself up to the ground with surprising speed, recovering almost as quickly as you can bring him down. His mallet pulled up from the floor now, turning towards Zerg and bringing it smashing down towards you with a 20 even.
Zerg sees it. The mallet hits Zerg square in the shoulder, and Zerg doesn't flinch. Doesn't even move. Nothing.
And as he's got
Mad dogging him.
As he's got that slammed into you, kind of holding them all there, almost a look of shock on his face. He just roars out and reaches with his other hand, swiping open palm towards you for a 27.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
You got the flex, but his fairly large claws are going to rake into your side for 11 points of slashing damage. And then he is going to close his hand around you, holding you in place next to him as he grins and just snorts and raises the mallet again. In the back, this little mage is going to see a lot of people coming into the room. This is far more people than she was expecting. And so when you're close enough to the door that you can hear her call out here, Corvald, back up! I can't cast with you in the middle! And she's going to move up around to the side to get a little bit of a better angle at Zerg here and put her hands together. Sagita Asidum! And just throw a bubbling green bolt out towards Zerg. And as you are grappled, or grabbed rather, you are flat-footed to this because it's from the grabbed condition.
Yes.
And this bolt is gonna come in for a 32 if you're flat-footed.
Just doesn't crit.
Ooh, that's good. And as this splashes into you, you are going to take 13 points of acid damage as this magical bolt splashes as a thick, viscous liquid across you. And a lot of it clings to your body, and continuing to sizzle and burn on your skin. But Zerg, it's your turn now.
I'm currently grabbed by a big old meaty hand, right?
He's got a hold of your arm basically. You can still fight and everything perfectly fine. The only thing you can't do is move away from him without escaping. You're held in that square.
Oh, good. Well, that means I've got a free hand, which I'm gonna use. Actually, you know what? With that lightning attack, I'm pissed. Zerg's raging. Monkey Man's out of control. He's coming in. So the rage was from the damage in the previous.
The acid blast, yeah, because you got that reaction now.
Yeah. Oh, you did it for me. Thanks. How much temporary HP do I get before I always forget to do this bit?
10.
10. Jesus Christ. And my AC goes down by 1. Yeah?
Yes.
Beautiful. Cool. And with my free hand, an 18 swipe at the big boy.
Then swinging up at him as he's kind of got you grabbed back a little bit. His arm is a lot longer than yours, so that one's going to kind of glance.
I'm going to swing at the arm that's holding me. For an 18.
You start pounding on it, but now seeming to get his stride here. It's not going to be enough to damage him.
If all else fails, try again. That's a 12. Just
So you
flailing. Big old monkey paws flailing.
He got the strength,
Too
but doesn't
angry to
really
think.
have the intelligent aiming anymore. Just sort of pounding away. None of those are really going to deal any damage to him. But at the end of your turn, you're going to take 3 more damage from this acid still burning on your skin. And then just roll me a flat check, just a raw d20 to see if it ends. Oh, it's
That's
just
12.
Still burning.
7, sorry. That was my old
Yeah.
one.
Still burning. It's just a, I think it's a flat 30% chance to stop. It's 15 plus. All right, Arvis.
I am going to step into the doorway, and I see Zerg's in a little bit of trouble on the ground. He's pawing at this guy. This dude's getting held down. I'll give him a little bit of help. I'm gonna swirl my hands around like this, and a dark storm cloud's gonna appear right above Zerg, kind of almost like concealing him. And then on a flash, lightning will shoot out of it up into this big Trog's face. Tempest Surge.
Alrighty. And so he's got to make a reflex save.
I thought it was just a basic saving throw. Yeah, basic.
Yeah, it's a basic reflex save. He's going to get a 13. So he's holding Zerg right now.
That's not a critical fail.
It's one off a critical failure.
Yeah, one
if
off.
your DC is 22.
Right. For 15 electricity, three persistent damage, and
Yeah.
clumsy 2 for 1 round.
We got all kinds of stuff. All right, so he's clumsy 2. He's taking 3 persistent damage. All kinds of bad stuff happening to him here. Ara. It's also 2 on
Alright.
critical failure because your spell DC is 21 right now because you're second one. It's everything.
Correct.
Ara is going to run into the room to this corner because I still have fast feet. And as I get to the corner, I'm going to turn around and cast Burning Hands as a first level from this corner of my square back towards the big trog. That corner.
Throwing
So,
it kind of across the group here. Okay. Okay, doggy. All right, so Big Chungus is now clumsy 2. So his reflex save is down by 2, so he's going to get 21. He's a little more on alert now, but that clumsy 2 is going to make him fail it.
Yep, so it takes 11 fire. The sorceress should take it too.
Sorceress. I'm going to roll hers too. She's definitely a bit quicker. But only a 16. She wasn't expecting a plant to come screaming in the room and cast burning hands. Caught her off guard there.
Frederick winks out.
They never expect this second plant.
No.
Yeah.
They never expect the second plant. So as Frederick winks out, the hallway outside is plunged into darkness, as Selwyn and Arabis are largely left out in the shadows here. So Selwyn, all terrain is difficult terrain while you can't see. So as you make your way to the door,
10, 20. Well, good enough.
to let you get in there, that's all we
Yeah.
need.
All right, Dad, it's dark outside. I don't like that. Don't want any of that. And I'll see the one back here, and I'll yell out, Bogbeard, get the one in the dress!
And she looks confused, looking down at her like loincloth and single strap.
Wait, she understands common?
It appears to some extent.
Oh. Well,
And she just looks up. No dress.
metaphor, idiot! And I'll stab the big truck. Or a 29 on his flat footed.
29 is gonna critically hit his flat-footed,
Or 26 damage.
and that is not quite gonna bring him down.
Ah, of course. Low roll
Every
to crit.
time.
Never lucky.
Rubber ducky.
Wait, hold on a second. There's something wrong here.
What's wrong?
Well, I need to redo my rolls for one. Because it says 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0.
Oh, it's also
Something's
a 28
gone
because
awry.
you sickened 1, so it's
Oh,
not a
right.
critical
Okay.
hit.
Well, yeah, never mind then.
But you got 1 action left, I believe.
Yeah, I'll stab it again. Something's gone awry on this. Second stab. 24.
24 is still gonna catch him. So you get with 13 more
There's
damage,
one
you ended
way.
up at the same place as if that was a crit anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how we got here, we're in the same place.
I'm really liberal in these damage rolls.
Barkabeard. This large man in front of you
Yes.
is being very viciously stabbed, and he's pretty injured at this point.
Okay. So, is there any way to like get by him? I guess if he's down, I can
You can
get
use
by him.
acrobatics to attempt to tumble through his square. It's against his reflex DC.
Well, I guess it's easy enough to get him if he's dead. I mean, if I, I can walk
kill
over
him
him.
and walk
Just
over
kill
his
him.
dead body. That's an option too.
Okay, so
He's still clumsy too, so he's not doing it right now.
okay, so and then if I want to save, this is just a little bit because I haven't really tried this. If I wanted to like just hit him and then save my flurry of blows for later, it would start with my second.
Yes. Because
Okay.
your multiple attack penalty just goes up every time you swing. So then your flurry would start at -5.
Okay, well I will just regular hit this guy then. With a I'm just going with a good old 23.
I mean, he's clumsy too. It's definitely gonna hit him. What do you do to him?
Okay, well he's holding Zerg, so I'm just going to grab his other arm that's not holding Zerg. Like, you should really get off of him, and I'm going to snap it back, and it's just gonna break his shoulder backwards, and unfortunately, not quite as effective as restraining him, but it did a great job killing him. So then I'm
Simply a
going
strong
to
approach
jump.
to Camel's back. So it's difficult terrain to get over him because he is a huge, massive beast. So you'd be
Okay,
at
well,
10, 20, 25. Assuming that's your speed.
I have-
Yeah, you're
I have
fast as
30.
fuck. You're Barkbeard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
can
have,
run over there.
even in mountain stance, I am still super fast. And then I'm going to flurry of blows. Get over here, and I'm just going to not even flurry of blows. My arms, as I run by her, the tree branches just kind of smack her in the face. So I don't know how effective this is going to be. So first is quite effective actually, 27
27 is going to hit.
for 9 damage, and then the third is 22.
22, she will actually be able to dip away from. It's just is another plant. You caught her off guard with the first one. Just not ready for the second
damage
plant
does-
to come running out.
It does work out. The damage is, I was just running by her, and because I have long tree branches, they just kind of slapped her as I walked by, so that
Alright,
works.
so you hit her for a total of 9.
Mhm.
And then she is going to immediately realize she is in a terrible position here, not having a great time, and looking at the strange shrubberies around her in common. What? You! Ratio Lanlum! And cast a spell on herself, winking out of existence, appearing back here in the darkness behind Arbus. And as she does appear here, she just rakes upward with a free hand, slashing up to your unguarded side here, madame, with a hero point, villain point. I'll use one of Zurich 17s because I got 2 of those. With a 27.
That'll hit.
And she is going to catch you for 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Alright, that's Zerg.
Zerg, still blindly raging, seeing where this thing has reappeared, is going to charge at her, at the little thing. Not really seeing that Erebus is in the way,
Alright.
and is just going to charge forward to
Well, where are you
occupy
gonna-
the same space as Erebus.
So, you're going to need to give me an athletics check as part of this to toss her out of the way here, Lord. Okay.
32.
Okay. All right then.
2 actions, you run in. Which
She's a
way is she
small
going?
woman.
Which way is she going?
She cuts me and
To the right, so south.
And you just fling her out of the way and rush up, slamming out in the near darkness of the hallway here, but your low light vision, fortunately, making that not really matter to you. And then give me your attack roll.
Is this a second attack roll?
I'll give
Or
you your
first
first attack
attack.
with third action. for moving and swinging her.
16. with the
Very
left-hand
wild
swipe.
monkey swings today. Going absolutely nuts.
Or like absolutely nuts.
More like, I guess we could just go to ape shit, I suppose.
I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
shit at this
So,
point.
and she's got plenty of time to see you coming as Arvis goes flying off to the side here. She ducks out of the way as you sizzle for another 3 acid damage. And then you can make a flat check to see as it ends as Arvis, you are now up. Does not.
Well,
When he threw me out of the way, like, I'm pretty sure I didn't see it coming. Like, does Duet fall down? Am I?
That's up to you, my friend.
I mean, he was coming from in front of
He
you.
did, yeah, he
He's
just kind
fairly
of like
large,
shouldered and
but-
tossed you aside. And he was where you were facing it. You just got hit from behind, and like as you're turning
like,
around, you get hit from
"Ow," and
behind
I'm looking-
again by Zerg.
it's kind of like a grab to your side and a shove, like a pulling you out of the way
Either
kind of
way,
situation.
Okay. So, okay, catching my bounce. I know she's there, right? But can I see her at all?
You can barely make her out. She's on the edge of the light in the first place, and it's very dim out here in the hallway. So she's gonna have concealment from you in the dim light. You can
Okay.
target her. It's just you have a mischance on anything that targets her.
All right, I am mad that she slashed me in the back with no honor. I'm just gonna reach out into the darkness. Lightning start coursing through my hands as I attempt to touch her with a shocking grasp attack.
Alrighty. So first of all, make me a concealment check, just a flat d20.
Okay.
It's gonna pass. It's a 20% mischance. You need a 5. So then you can
Oh,
give me.
really?
Is it an attack roll? Is it a save?
Hold up. It's actually an attack roll, yeah. And it has an attack with using my spell thing. So yeah, it should just roll, I think. A 25 to attack.
25 will
to
grab her.
hit. Okay, and does she have any metal on?
She does not. No.
Okay.
She is. She has a metal mace on her hip, but that's
Okay,
a
that's one.
small stick. She doesn't have any armor at all.
Okay.
So she'll
Well, she just takes 14 electrical damage as my hand's just on her, cooking her.
All right, you got 1 action left.
I'm gonna take a page out of Selwyn's book and get into this room. If I can probably squeeze past her. I'm thinking.
He's very mad, but you can squeeze behind him into the room. Yeah. Squeeze on by. Ara.
Catching some of the flames off the burning hands I just cast, I'm gonna toss some fire her way towards Zerg as Zerg misses his swing. Hopefully,
Do you
to get
have
a
low light
30 to
vision?
hit.
Do you have Leshy low light vision?
Yes, let's just have
Okay.
low light vision.
Solid. Then a 30, even with the light cover from your friends, is absolutely going to hit her.
For 16 fire damage.
So what is this? Oh, it's elemental toss, right?
Yep.
2 actions. You can still cast all other spell.
And the whole other spell is Produce Flame
That's
with 25.
All right, so a 25. Let me see. Yep, that one's gonna hand her too. She's eating a whole lot of fire.
13 more.
All right, Selwyn, as there's just an ocean of flames flying
Yep.
through the doorway. The arm is ducking in, fire flying overhead, a rampaging monkey in the doorway.
Can I ask 2 actions, like follow the flame and as the mask emerges, make an intimidate during my move? Functionally, it's the same thing as moving
yeah,
and intimidating.
Absolutely, yeah. No,
Yeah.
because you can flavor this shit however you want.
Yeah.
Absolutely, have the mask coming out of fire here.
It's a silent intimidation for 21.
With a 21, she seems like she's almost too much in a fight or flight, life or death different kind of panic to really be afraid of you. She's
Right, so
preoccupied
life-
trying not to die.
Life of death. Okay, let's see if we can give her some death. I'm gonna try to stab her from the darkness.
All right.
Roll 20, please. Did I click it? There we go. For a 32 on her flat-footed.
Oh no.
32 on her flat foot. You got low light, I'm pretty sure, right?
I do, yes.
Yep, that's gonna critically hit.
34 damage.
And it slashes through her. This Fusillade laying her low pretty effectively. Barkbeard.
Well, I was kind of hoping she would stay over here. Okay, well, I'm going to double move out to the, I guess.
Now the darkness is an Aura.
Yeah.
Ara's left in the sad corner.
So I'll double move over there, and then this time I'm going to just bring it down, to bring these branches down and try and kind of smoosh her. Smoosh her.
Ooh,
A 32.
32 will hit. That does not crit. She
And
just
then,
barely stops that from being a significantly worse hit.
Yeah, and then second hit is a let's see, her turn. Okay, well, I feel like this teleporting thing is very bad, so I may re-roll. I may do a session re-roll here.
Wow, using a whole session reroll.
She's using
I
all
know.
the things she gets for free.
Oh, it's totally
got
not worth it.
Feels bad. This is why you should just never spend them and hoard your
I should
rerolls
never
forever.
use them. This would never happen if I didn't use them.
As she gets electrified, stabbed, and catches a huge face full of fire. Clearly in a scampering retreat here. She's going to do a couple of symbols with one hand before throwing it up towards Zerg. Fulmin Pestilum! And a massive surge of lightning is going to blast out of her hand, crackling through Zerg, Arbus, and back into Ara as this flash illuminates that room for a brief second. Need all of you to make a reflex save against lightning bolt.
Yeah. Don't need to react to know what that one's gonna be.
15.
Zerg is mad. She has lost focus.
I'm behind her.
Yeah, you're not in this, Barkbeard. This isn't about you.
27.
21.
Alrighty. So... Alright, Ara's gonna succeed and take half. You're gonna take 17 electricity damage. As you're in the back and it's already surged through two people. Arbus, not quite able to really get much out of the way of this as it jumps through Zerg into you. You're gonna take 34 lightning damage. And Zerg, eating the whole brunt of this up front, maybe just too mad to even attempt to dodge, is going to critically fail and take 68 electricity damage.
What?
And this Trog is
shit.
running, retreating back down around the corner with her massive lightning blast for cover here. Zerg.
Oh,
Well,
no.
hold up a gosh darn moment. Zerg may have a feat for this.
Yeah, I would say that I do. In fact, I would say the feat is called... shit, hang on. Hang on, I got this.
You actually have to.
No escape!
Yes!
So as she runs, completely almost unaware of his own pain, Zerg could follow her to here, at which point he would lose sight of her. But I mean, you're keeping pace with her, and she is not exactly quiet as she's limping, losing tons of blood and claws slamming against the floor. You know she is directly in front of you.
Perfect.
So
Good.
you can
Excellent.
swing at a target you
Wonderful.
can't even see. You just have a 50-50 outright miss chance because you can hear that she's there, but you can't see her at all.
For an 18?
Oh,
18 first fist is gonna catch darkness. You got like
About a 22 on the second fist.
22 is not quite enough to do it. She is she's running for it and she's fairly quick.
Yeah. 13 on the third fist is no bueno either.
Just swinging like a
Zerg's just
he's
having
out
a
of
bad day.
control.
just swinging like a he's out of gas from last week. This is what we call backswing.
Even a machine's got to refuel sometimes, man.
You can take 4 more points of acid damage, and as we go to Arbus, you can give me the flat check to see if that ends. Let's see,
Oh,
see
shit.
your monkey, like blood flying from him, exposed muscle as his skin and flesh is sizzling from this lightning and acid just disappearing off into the darkness. Question.
Doesn't she have persistent damage from shocking grasp?
The large man had persistent. Oh, she doesn't have any metal on her, so she doesn't get the persistent. It's just the raw
Okay.
damage.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't have metal armor
Alright.
either.
I can't read, so it's okay.
Yeah, the big guy had
Yeah.
persistent damage from Tempest Surge. But
Got it.
Arvis, you're up.
Ow.
I need light.
Dropping to a knee and just breathing in that hit. Not even like flinching from it. Well, I mean flinching from the hit, but going immediately into treating herself with well, I mean, last one of the day for me. I'll take my last battle medicine, I guess, for myself.
Yeah, you've done battle medicine the whole party.
Yeah, everybody except me, so why
Yeah,
not?
let's get a medicine check.
Have I been battle medicine?
Oh yeah. I got you written down.
Okay, odd. Well, sick.
I thought I
You
did.
were in the basilisk fight, I believe, because you took all
Ooh,
those
maybe,
hits.
Ah, it's a session reroll. Wait, no, I used that, didn't I?
Did you?
But you do
Did
have
I?
5 hero points, so I mean,
I did. I do. All right.
you want to dig into your bucket?
You want to end up like Bryn, never using her points, and then you losing them
I'm
all?
gonna use it right now. I'm gonna use a hero point. We're gonna do that again.
Nobody wants to end up like me.
Let's just
For-
die before
For
he
a
gets bitten.
30.
Failure to a critical success, 4d8 plus 10 as you quickly react to and the waning light here.
I'll give myself some 20.
Health is health.
It's true.
20 is better than 0. 2 extra.
And I will move out into the hallway, trying to see where Zerg ran off to. Next to Barkbeard and Selwyn.
You would be able to see like the bloody raw ass of a gorilla around that corner and hear slamming in rage.
And I've raised my shield in that direction.
I've raised my shield in your general direction.
Goodbye,
Alright,
good sir.
Ara.
Ara is going to run. They're right here. And as he runs, like, Frederick, where are you? You get Frederick to come out right here.
Frederick.
Yay. So when you said you want a light, I got you light.
Selwyn,
thank you.
light
You're the best.
has been brought to the world.
I'll be.
On me!
I will section reroll. Nay, I will spend all my hero points for this, even if I
Well, you
can't.
can only spend one, but
I know,
the
but
thought's there.
You know, the thought is there. Will I need it? Oh, I won't even need it. 40 damage crit. Ah, the spirit is strong. I just
Credit
sprint
to Frederick.
past this angry gorilla, just slip under real quick, do a backflip, hop on the back of it, and just slice off the head.
The fury, the victory, the honor of all me surging through your veins as you come around the corner, leaving this Trog mage decapitated, body slumping to the ground as the head rolls almost in a different direction here. And you can pretty clearly see Zerg just barely alive. You've got one action left. I don't know if there's much you can do for him, and we got Barkbeard.
I don't think. I'm gonna throw up.
Wrench in the corner. Fair
Yep.
enough.
Is it a flat
Barkbeard.
stick or is it a?
It is a
fortitude?
fort save. It's redoing the
Oh.
fort save.
I'll do the fort save.
Yeah, and you overcome your second condition.
Sweet.
I'm going to move around. I'm not quite sure what happened. Where? How far was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Okay, 30. 30. That's where I can go.
Here's a ruler, Tilia.
Oh, I didn't know if I could walk through the other guys.
Oh yeah, if it's not like a narrow passageway, you can go through them, no problem.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. And then I am going to okay, I'm going to get these the smallest of branches, the very fine fingertips, and just kind of rake them down Zerg to try and brush his fur to try and get all of the acid to like start going away.
So as
Yeah.
Barkbeard starts combing you, Zerg,
Grooming.
grooming, your rage fading,
It's much harder to do this if you have no fur, sir.
As this trog falls in front of you, you can feel, you can see blackness edging in your vision here, and you can feel this acid still burning at you.
Doesn't want to stop, does it?
You can, whenever you have persistent damage. I feel like I apologize if we didn't bring this up before. I feel like it's at least come up once or twice before. You can take 2 actions if you're suffering from any persistent damage to, if you can think of something that you could do to try and stop it, you can take 2 actions to get an extra chance to try and end it on yourself. So you have acid burning your skin away.
Yeah, I guess I in my delirious acidy post-rage state, I guess I could try for, if I've got my water, fucking, what do you call it?
Water skin?
Water
Yeah,
skin.
that's the one. And like just pour it on everything and just using all the water with none left, but just pour it on everything I can feel that's burning.
All right, then you make me a flat check, and it's DC 11 instead of DC 15 when you take the activity to protect yourself.
And does he get +2 from...
It doesn't matter because it was a 5.
So, continuing to sizzle, you're going to take a further 3 acid damage. And then give me another flat check to see if it ends naturally. We're going to watch
That's
this
a
man
5.
slowly dissolve into a puddle after the fight has already been over. So, if there's anything that anybody can do to help him, I don't know if there really is. I mean, Arbus, you obviously.
I
Can I
watch
attempt a
the-
medicine check?
I mean, you can just taking 2 actions tries to help it. You like
That's
auto
fine, that's-
succeed
yeah.
that basically. Yeah,
I,
there's no roll really. You can do that natively.
I'm experienced with all kinds of stuff. I could watch and see that he's still struggling with it, and giving him all the opportunity to get past it. But the second that I feel like it's a losing battle, I would like to try to cast a heal on him.
And you can see he does pouring his whole water skin out over himself. He's still burning away. It's I mean, you can see he looks like that. I think it's what is it, Ecorche from the Vampire Party and Strange Aeons. He does not have a whole lot of skin on a large part of his body, and it's just rippling Zerg musculature as he's starting to burn away here. And absolutely, heal spell does not sound like a bad idea.
He's in a lot of trouble. I'm gonna hit him with a big boy.
Ooh. Get him the unit.
Level 3 heal for of course 36 HP. It's the lightning almost like tries to start counteracting the acid and burning it away as I'm focusing on that.
And magic that strong is literally going to, like, as you just watch before your eyes, have his skin spread back, regrow out from the muscle and from the edges of where it's burning away under this acid. Not so much forming it through magic, but accelerating his body's natural healing so much that it's outpacing what the acid can burn. And then Zerg, as you continue with this to try to cleanse yourself, give me another flat check. What are you doing?
Rolling out of just like just rolling around in the dust on the ground.
Stop, drop, and roll.
You don't need skin. You can use dust perfectly well.
Surprisingly, that seems to work. Maybe probably more Arbus's magic. But, you know, the burning seems to subside to just a dull, almost itching pain as the worst of it is rubbed away, the dead flesh replaced. And you are left there in the hallway with everyone around you, Selwyn retching in a corner, Barkbeard petting you, and Norfis using magic to try to keep you up. All around this decapitated Trog corpse oozing across the stone floor.
And as it sort of regains consciousness and sort of comes to a little bit more, looks over, sees the dead Trog, picks it up and goes, "Well, it wasn't a total loss. It's pretty good."
Yeah, I mean,
Are you
victory's
okay,
a victory,
Mr.
right?
Kotsky?
I'm fine. I feel great. Who said that?
So, Aura, as you walk back into this room up here, into this office with this massive, hulking, dead, naked Trog that's been burned, stabbed, and electrified as well.
Because I know there's an invisible person somewhere.
Well, this would be
Sorry.
like as you're heading back over there.
Sorry.
The Quasit reappears, hovering in the air, kind of above, a couple feet back away from you, as you bring Frederick in to sort of look across this room. And all of you would hear this voice out in the hallway, as it's like no real attempt to hide or keep quiet here. Yeah, Miss Merge, surrender! Please, no hurt, Miss Merge! Miss Merge is good friend, you see! Like waving his hands frantically.
How did you get this Trog into this room? He's bigger than the door.
Oh, Miss Merge tell you all about nasty Trog, nasty Zogat. Yes, Ruin's big and scary, but they big and scary too. You need friend like Miss Merge to help. Miss Merge knows their secrets. Miss Merge sees their deal with pretty cat lady, sees how she tricks them, but they never listen to Miss Merge. Miss Merge new friends listen, yes? No heart, friend.
Wait, hold up a second.
I yell out, Zerg, you're someone who wants to talk to you.
No, wait, hold up a second. You say pretty cat lady?
I'm coming.
That might sound like he said pretty cat lady, yes.
I'll twitch.
Nostrils flare. So
I'm getting there slowly.
the group of you slowly start dragging your way over to this room. Are you all going?
Yes. I am at least.
You come around to all see the same thing that Ara sees here, this small Quasit. A very pudgy little Quasit. Not really so much larger physically than the rest of them, but almost with a beer belly. Scrawny and got like most, but pudgy. With his wings almost a little ragged, having to flap harder to keep him in the air, and a pair of downturned black ringed horns. As everybody enters the room, and as he does, he's still just kind of waving his hands around, looking, nodding emphatically to everyone as they come in. Yes, Miss Merge has seen new friends. Miss Merge sees new friends are strong, much stronger than xulgaths. New friends, much better, much kinder to Miss Merge, yes?
It looks like flying is hard. Why don't you sit down for a little bit?
And
Do you do circus tricks?
No, Salwyn. No.
What?
No. The demon.
So?
And as he flaps a bit, he alights on the bookshelf on the northern end of the room, kind of standing atop it, bow-legged, still sort of hunched over, clasping his hands together almost in a praying motion as he like repeatedly bows to the group of you as you come around.
Are they standing outside the door?
Yeah, I guess I'll come in.
So everyone comes in. Miss Merge can help. Miss Merge sees you are no friends of xulgaths. Miss Merge knows many things. Miss Merge is a very helpful friend. Good friend to have.
All right, enlighten me. Why are you a good friend to have?
Well, that for many reasons. You have come for, well, Miss Merge not know reasons of here, but you are clearly no friends of xulgaths. Miss Merge can tell you all about them. Can tell you about how many there are. If you come to kill them, Miss Merge help. Miss Merge knows how they work, what they do.
All right, I'm listening.
Yes. Miss Merge knows that here they have come with dozens of xulgaths, 24, 2.5 dozen maybe, but there are four that lead. Miss Merge see them. Miss Merge know they are callers who have brought forth beings like myself, but Miss Merge knows that they too are not friends. Xulgaths cannot even be friends with other xulgaths. Miss Merge knows. Miss Merge sees they are mean, hateful creatures, but they have worked together some to bring forth more like myself from the abyssal realms into this world to help them. But we are not bound. We are forced.
All right, demon slavery. Not Is that worse? Is that worse than regular slavery, or is it better? It's better, right?
Well, Mr. Merge, very small. Mr. Merge, not very strong. Mr. Merge cannot fight xulgaths. Not like you. New friends are strong and powerful. You fight all xulgaths. Their size no matter. Mr. Merge, watch tiny plant men fight giant monster.
Right. Okay. You said there's 4 leaders.
Yes. Mr. Merge, no. Some up here, some below.
Some up here, some. So there's multiple floors to this place.
Oh yes. Miss Merge doesn't know bottom floor too well. Was some in here, not far, in chapel room down hall. That's where most of us abyssal creatures brought in. Miss Merge sees others from the Gluttondark that have been brought forth. Strong, red demons. Miss Merge sees their skin like blood, and they swing with tridents and spears. Many come through, half dozen.
So, Babaus.
Miss Merge not no name. Miss Merge not sure why he was summoned. Miss Merge not from Gluttondark. But these callers, they call to their demon god, their Zevgavizeb, lord of... He just kind of waves his hands
Yeah.
and well, it's just everything in front of him. They come
Right,
to
okay.
consume!
They have mentioned that on occasion.
But Miss Merge sees. Miss Merge knows, and now Miss Merge help. We know low level that there are more callers, and before, when Miss Merge first called to this plane, many more xulgaths, more dozens, come with big, powerful leader, large trog man. Miss Merge see he have tentacles. Miss Merge knows
Trogman.
Gorn.
Where is Trogman?
Oh, Gorn. Miss Merge knows Gorn left. They went to do something Miss Merge not really understand. Not here. Left collars in command.
Not here. Okay.
Well,
There goes waits outside.
wait, hold up a second, Sark. He might have information about other trucks.
Miss Merge knows many things about many trucks. Have worked with them for some time. Miss Merge was
Avoid
forced.
that. Tell me where they are. Immediately.
They are here. There are still some dozen here. But Miss Merge not leave this room and will not know where you have been, what you have seen. But Miss Merge
Okay,
see.
we'll go find more like you.
invisible.
Well, Miss Merge know more. There is more than just Trog. There is the Trog's friend, the cat lady. Very tall, very pretty, black fur, slender.
Not pretty. No, not pretty.
Very
Ugly.
mean.
Ugly as sin.
Oh, Miss Merge see this cat lady work with xulgaths. She brings other men like you with her as sacrifices for collars to bring more from the Gluttondark.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh man,
You know-
your
do you-
guys' old friend is really, really charming.
Miss Merge knows she brings gifts. She seek to be friends with xulgaths. Miss Merge not know why. Xulgaths can't even be friends with themselves. But Miss Merge think she not really friend. She seek to use them. But for what? Miss Merge not know. Miss Merge think she come here to loot and to steal, to take relics from this ancient temple. That's what Miss Merge see.
Yes, that would fit her modus operandi.
That was a big word, so one.
You're welcome.
Miss Merge see her bring gifts to make friends with Zolgath. Like this. That staff. And Miss Merge points over into the corner where the Trog Mage had been originally in the circle of books, where there is a staff leaning just in like the bottom corner of the room along the wall, kind of behind the stack of books here. A very well polished black wooden staff that almost looks like an oversized walking cane, capped with a ridiculous silver-headed ornament that looks shaped like a roaring lion's head. Absolutely gaudy. And as he points out that Mr. Merge see her bring that and give to that Xulgath wizard that you kill in Hall as gift. So is yours now, probably. Miss Merge have no need. You take. Miss Merge, good friend, he help.
Yes, very good friend.
I take it.
See. Miss Merge, good friend to have. You know her, Miss Merge, right?
Can you, by chance, hop back to whatever realm you came from?
Just kind of shuffles a bit. Miss Merge, not have power. Miss Merge small with small magic. Without collar to send back, Miss Merge stay here. No, Miss Merge follow you. You friends now. Miss Merge help.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of that.
No, this is easy. This is Miss Merge stay out of way. Miss Merge no trouble. Miss Merge only friend. Watch. In Suilibitas and casts a spell and disappears. And you can hear her voice kind of ring around the room. Miss Merge follow. Miss Merge hide. Miss Merge watch and help when needed.
Okay, I know where this is going, Selwyn. I know what you want to do. You want to recruit them for circus, like always. Every little freak we find, you're like, hey, maybe you should join circus. Well, I'm Selwyn. Not this one.
I don't speak like that.
That was a fantastic performance, Selwyn.
It did have a certain ring to it. Very catchy, yes.
It happens every time, Selwyn. Why you always do this?
Well, because our circus family needs to grow even bigger. And in fact, I already tried to recruit him, but he didn't respond.
Oh, I knew it. I do every time. Every time we come across something with magic powers.
Yes, obviously, but why wouldn't you try to stop it before I already said it?
Can you hear the voice
it is rather...
just coming out, kind of ringing through the room again? Miss Merge no understand. Perhaps Miss Merge not speak tongue well. Circus is show. Miss Merge think is tricks and juggling.
Now it knows about the circus. You see what you've done, Selwyn.
This is what Miss Merge friends mean?
Yes.
I am not mean, Selwyn.
There's no way, right?
Miss Merge not understand, but think perhaps you know of Pretty Cat Lady.
We do, yes. Not pretty, ugly cat lady. In fact, if you don't call her ugly right now, I'll cut you down where you stand.
You hear Miss Merge's voice again from much further away, so it's kind of from the opposite corner of the room at this point. No! Miss Merge nice! Miss Merge friend! Miss Merge only tell what Miss Merge sees!
Selwyn, she is not ugly.
She's
ugly on the inside.
She is abhorrent.
On the inside.
Not my type, that's for sure.
I'm not a fan.
What does that
I'll
mean?
be the judge of this when we meet her. I'm a very good judge of, these things.
You're a very good charge of bark and nothing else.
Well, I
Aura's,
admit, I am rather an expert in bark.
During this conversation, Aura's using his hands to measure the giant trog and then holding it up to the doorway.
Trying to figure it out.
The trog does look significantly larger than the doorway, yes. And
There's also this cool staircase, you guys. Do you see this? Like, this is probably leading to some really nifty place.
We
and
should
again,
probably
from
save
the
that for
opposite
last.
corner from near Arbus, the voice calls out again. Oh, Miss Merge, no. Miss Merge, no. Stairwell lead to Bell Tower. That was where Pretty Cat Lady come and go. How she make the temple around guards.
There's another entrance. This is really useful. Yeah, maybe we should go check.
Miss Merge never go upstairs. Miss Merge only know that where Cat Lady live.
This is rather interesting.
I hold such hatred within me.
That's not true, Selwyn.
You have no idea.
I think I do.
All right, should we go explore?
Or do we want to check out? Maybe we could send. I don't know. You are rather stealthy. It's a spiral staircase. You could send her up there just to just look and see what else.
Miss Merge have small magic. Miss Merge have healing manipulation, but Miss Merge only know how to heal self.
Hired. This is a great asset to our team here.
Wait, he just said he only knows how to heal himself.
Miss Merge weave energy from abyss to support, to help when injured, but
Energy
not
from
know
the
how to do it for
abyss,
others.
Hemlock. From the abyss.
Well, I mean, it is part of the natural order of things, no matter where the healing comes from, is it not?
That is not accurate.
I don't actually think that's accurate. No, in fact, I think it is. It isn't natural by definition, right? Because it's from another nature.
Yes.
Which is a nature, though.
The Mistmerge reappears again, kind of between Zerg and Barkbeard on the ground, standing there and looking. Yes, yes, Mistmerge know much of Abyss, but not much of Gluttondark, not much of Zevgavazeb or of Xulgath worship. Only see what
either way,
colors
As
are
I
brought here.
reappear next to Zerg, like, don't do this!
And he turns
Don't
around,
sneak up on people!
turns and kind of bows down to you. Mistmerge, sorry. Just Mistmerge want friends.
Just be careful. Jesus Christ.
No, do we not want to investigate this staircase? It is rather cool looking.
And
We don't have to. We can come back later.
Invisibelitas, and Mistmerge just disappears again.
Well, fine. I mean,
Arvis,
there
you
is
should be
plenty
nice to our new
investigate.
friend.
Wow.
Because it's rude to be mean to people you don't know.
It's a demon aura.
That's kind of racist. Gray.
And I'm a
not
plant.
gonna lie. Yeah.
And you're a human. And I point up at Zerg, and he's a half-orc.
Yeah, and I'm a gnome.
Yeah, and that dwarf back in Aberton really didn't like gnomes.
He really did not care for
He did
gnomes.
not know.
But
Not
he
a
still
fan.
sold things to sell one.
He
It
did
is
like
true.
money.
He did not let his hatred of Selwyn dictate the way he acted towards Selwyn. Well,
Well,
he did.
yeah,
he
that.
did. I like that guy. That guy was fun.
I don't think it is a good idea.
Well, if he betrays us or hurts us, Zerg just goes,
Swat him like a fly.
Sometimes.
No,
in
no,
life
you
it does
can
not work
Mistmerge
that way.
trust. Mistmerge is good friend. Mistmerge help. Mistmerge see how strong you are. Mistmerge never betray.
Yes, we have it down, Miss Much. So, do we want to go?
We are just the ones that won the fight. That is why he's interested in us.
Well, that is normally people. The weaker like to hang around the stronger, do they not?
Isn't that the rule of nature?
And that
Yes.
is.
that's why we hang around
So-
Zerg.
That is why you hang around me.
No, Zerg's the strongest.
He is, in fact, the strongest man alive. It's right there on his circus card, and I'll pull one out.
And I am the Stormborn.
Yeah, but you're not the strongest man alive.
This is true.
You're
Various
not even
points.
a man.
Yeah.
He's titled very easily, mind. This is not question.
This is true.
You could be strongest woman alive. Kind of.
It feels like
I'm pretty sure that's Yulva.
that's not. Selwyn, I am the Stormborn. I'm not the strongest. I am the chosen, developed.
Ilva knows how to burn up a storm, if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What a legend.
Sorry, Arabis. This is not funny.
Well, Barkbeard really wants to go up these stairs, but
We don't
Zerg
have to.
in
We can always
particular
investigate it
is
later.
looking pretty hurt, and R and Arvis are taking a bit as well from that lightning blast.
Well,
I-
what do you guys think?
Due to my expertise and stratagems, I have not been touched.
Due to not being hit, I have also not been touched.
Trees attract lightning. It happens.
That is also a rule of nature.
Well, let's take a few. Get healed up. Get all
Alright,
cozied
so-
up.
Okay.
The group of you rest for a little while here to tend to your wounds. Honestly, I think at this point we've come far enough in our Pathfinder adventures up to 6th level now that there's no pressing concern of time or anything. I don't really think we need to roll out the medicine checks. I would just say if you wanted to rest here for about an hour or so, you could pretty
Yeah.
easily bring the three of you that were injured back up to peak condition with no real difficulties. I mean,
Yeah.
the specific amount of checks that it requires is more or less irrelevant. Nothing is going to come stalking through for you at the moment.
Yeah, if time's not an issue, then sure. But if it
Yeah,
is, then
if time's not an
it's-
issue, I feel like we can you can use your medicine to pretty easily bring everyone up. So
I mean, we have no place to be.
yeah, you would easily be able
Wait, hold on. We need to be here.
over around an
Oh, we're
hour
already here.
to bring
That's
Zerg,
true. You
Arbis,
got me
and
there.
Ara back up to peak condition. In that time, Ara, as Arbus is tending to the medicine, you could very easily tell that you're the one that has read aura, right?
No, that's Arbus.
Oh, you have detect magic.
I have detect magic.
Well, you would still be able to sense a ping of magic in the room here. And with Arbus's assistance and a pretty, good direction you've been led already, she'd pretty easily be able to identify the shimmering green aura on the staff that have been gifted to the xulgaths as being magical. So if you want to attempt to identify that, you certainly can.
Yes, sir. That is happening.
It's plus 12, right?
Yes.
All right, solid. You would be able to identify this staff as being, well, what it says on the tin. It's a magical staff, and magical staffs in 2nd edition are super neat because they automatically get charged in the morning if you invest them, and you don't have to blow your own spell slots to put charges into it during downtime. They can just be a thing you can bring with you. So this staff contains an assortment of, well, spectacular spells up to 2nd level. It can cast Frederick. It's got dancing lights in it. It's got Featherfall and Floating Disc. It's got Glitter Dust, Obscuring Mist. It can even summon illusory creatures. But it has a secondary effect that you kind of almost discover by accident, even without having properly discovered the magic of the thing before you've really weaved it out. While this staff is in your hands with a very subtle, even almost accidental activation of the magic, the wielder's speaking voice can be clearly heard by anyone within 300 feet, regardless of any ambient noise or intervening barriers. This ringmaster's staff was tailor-made for a circus.
So we learned that because everyone within 300 feet heard what we were saying? Is that what you're saying?
He would be able to weave that out without
Ooh.
accidentally activating it at first.
You could use it like a microphone.
It
Yes.
is a magical
It is a
microphone in addition
Oh,
to its
yes. Yoink.
Hey,
Oh.
sell one.
Yeah.
Sell one.
Yeah. Hmm?
When you're doing a circus thing, when you're being in the ringmaster, this lets you hear, or lets them hear. Yes.
What's them here?
Lets
What's
them
me
hear. Lets them hear. Loud.
What's loud?
Clear.
How?
Like this. I want to walk away and use it and then come back.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll put that on my sheet, and well, thank you very much, little.
It also lets you summon Frederick. Well, not Frederick, but Cedric, his brother.
What about Friedrich?
No.
No,
Well, you had Frederick and Friedrich.
it's Frederick and Cedric.
What about Siegfried?
No.
What if it's my staff, right? So it's my choice of name.
Yeah, but I named him already.
Yeah, it's too late. He's been after I took custody.
Are you gonna be just like
mean-
Madame Deathlight?
No, I'm not gonna beat you.
She tried to rename me.
Did you? What'd you rename you?
I don't remember. I didn't listen.
That's fair. So what you're saying is I should not listen to you, just like you didn't listen to Dusklight. And Common Friedrich?
And so Selwyn, at this point, all of you would hear this, but only Selwyn would understand the undercomment of the voice echoing through the halls. Show yourselves, cowards! As Ara used the staff to make everyone within 300 feet hear him, regardless of intervening barriers.
Mm.
I want to grab this up. Don't mind me.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was
here
a
for this
concern.
Wait, can I'll grab...
Consume you!
Wait, I'm gonna tap this thing like... and then go on undercommon. Is this thing on?
Well, can I tell if I get near the door? Can I tell whether the hallways are echoey? But can I
It's
tell whether it's
echoing
like
to the
left or
hallway.
right?
You have no idea what direction it's coming from. It sounds like it's fairly distant.
Ah, well.
And it sounds like they pretty clearly have. They just sound really mad, but it's a fairly distant voice, just barely still. I mean, well audible, but barely still understandable as the sound reaches you here.
I have idea, Selwyn.
All right, let's hear it.
You put the fear of the Storm Lord into them. You
Okay.
can pretend to be the Storm Lord.
Isn't that heresy?
Kind
Kind of heretic over here.
But to scare them away. And I think it's
You think they'll be scared of
Do an
Gods?
intimidate check from 300 feet
Yes.
away.
they don't understand the magics.
Okay, fair enough. I'll try it. Can I just?
It does not
Um,
let you make any kind of checks or
no.
expand the range of any auditory or sonic effects.
Right, no.
But you can try
But
to
what
be
if
spooky
it's
through
cool
the microphone.
though?
Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely try to be spooky through the microphone and roll me an
Yeah.
intimidate check anyway because it's awesome. They don't even know where
All
you
right.
are.
I would like to go into this microphone, right, and just make my voice really deep, as deep as this little human can do. And repent, sinners, and despair. The eye of the storm itself has come to claim your souls in Undercommon. And
It rhymes in Undercommon.
probably for a 29.
You would hear nothing as a response immediately here before you hear another voice calling back on Undercommon again. We will find you, intruders! You will be consumed! Your souls fuel the glutton dark!
I'll relay that to the party while I'm like holding a hand over the staff and just do like a mocking face while doing it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that got me.
I mean, we could try and set up a trap.
Thank you for the follow.
Mhm.
If they're on the move looking for us, that means we could just ambush them or something. I've heard these are very interesting.
Land an ambush, we need to know where they're going to be.
I
or
feel
where
like
they're
an
at.
ambush is way too elaborate for anything that involves, and I'll kind of glance to Cirque real briefly.
Oh, this is true. Well, he could be the trap.
picking his
That
teeth.
when they walk in the room, they immediately get die, I guess.
They immediately get die!
Okay, Cirque, do you want a Grand Royale with a bunch of trucks?
Yes.
All right.
This
Great.
is a-
Very succinct. That's-
I'll lean back into the microphone and
Tell
switch
where?
back to Undercommon.
Tell them to go left, yes.
Yeah.
challenge them to a fight. Shh.
Meet us at the entrance of the Moonstone Hall in 15 minutes if you want an ass kicking.
Put the title on the line.
You don't hear an immediate response. But you hear from a bit closer now another voice calling back. Because they've slain Uzenshell in the chapel! They've killed them all!
Yeah, I think they found out how
She's
to
in
work.
the trouble.
All right, let's go to the entrance, boys. And,
Okay, yes.
beliefs.
Do we
That goes.
set our ambush there and just use, Mr.
There's
Batsky?
an honorable fight here.
I think Batsky's also happy to go into Grant Mill of the trucks, right?
Well, right. But we will help him, right? It's
Of
not
course.
just-
Well,
yes.
obviously, I also want to kill trucks.
Yeah, same.
So I guess we go. Are we going back through the chapel? I feel like there's one going to be in the chapel on our way to the front.
In which case, we'll just kill the one in the chapel and then keep moving, right?
Perfect. Well, I guess off we go this way then.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and take a.
I guess I'll put my shield
I
I
over.
would like to.
you
I'm
here.
going to stealth.
Can I be in stance?
No.
No?
You can't maintain a stance. The stance you explicitly can't do outside of combat.
Okay.
So the group of you would
Did we-
make your way back down around the hallway, and here's Frederick if you want him. If you're still sustaining Frederick, you can put him wherever you want. And you would come back around to this massive pile of dead in the chapel and see a trog waiting in the entryway. And as he's standing there looking towards the group of you, he's got a pretty hefty great axe in his hands. He looks, sees the light coming through, turns back to the entryway and gestures into the chapel. There they are! Kill them! Consume them for our fallen!
Wait, hold on a second. Can I convince you to go into a 1v1 with Xulgaths for the title?
He doesn't seem interested.
Damn it. One of these days.
You wanna is on that fucking button.
Oh, he's
I was
waiting.
gonna
I'm
say,
waiting. Love it.
I was gonna say, do you want to take a break and then we'll roll initiative? But I guess we can roll it and then take a break.
We're
and then
fucking
do
rolling.
the fight. Zerg just wants to fucking kill shit.
Did we get I'm sorry I missed it, but did we get healed?
Yes.
We were waiting for an hour,
Yeah,
right?
you
Okay.
would have
Hung out.
messing with
Yeah.
this would have been after everyone had been healed here,
All right.
as Selwyn was more available.
I need to know. Can I wield the before we go on a break, just real quick, can I wield the sword in one hand and the staff in the other?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah,
Ah, yes.
Yeah, staffs are held on one hand.
yeah, they're
Oh,
just
hell yeah.
one-hand staff, so yeah, you can't twin fate, but
I'm not twin feigning. I'm just gonna use the staff and shout casting.
Oh Jesus, no.
What a meme.
you just want to watch Zerg go fucking bananas on these people. Fair enough, I can't blame you. I also enjoy watching Zerg go fucking bananas on people. He's just
that-
very generally upset at
Is
the,
that a monkey performed joke?
at the fact that trogs are alive. And
Like they're going
they're
bananas?
so easy. They're just flowing now. It's not even you
Yeah.
don't have to try. They just come. So as trogs muster in the entryway, Zerg super ready. Everyone else very ready, heading forward to meet them. I'm sure you guys as well also thoroughly enjoy watching Zerg beat the shit out of Trogs. And when we return from our break here in a couple of minutes, well, that's the thing we're gonna do. So give us a few minutes. We'll be right back. It's all right. Zerg got all his bad dice out on the first fight. Now he's ready to come properly monkey slam people. I don't know. There's a lot of backswing, I think, from last week. So we'll see how it
Let's
goes.
hope so.
Believe.
Wait, no, that's not hope so.
We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned. When we left off, I believe we were getting ready to punch more trogs, which is Zerg's most recent favorite recreational activity. And Ara, you're up first.
Oh boy. I was not expecting to be up first. Never am. I'm just going to hold. I'm gonna hold my
Wait.
turn until after Zerg goes.
Okie dokie, so I can go ahead and put you there now. There. So the other, this is all kind of fitting. The one in the front here is the one who had the best initiative. And he's going to reach down, letting go of his great axe with one hand, across his back, pulling a javelin out of a sling and kind of setting it before throwing it, sailing forward towards... I mean, realistically, he probably can't see Barkbeard or Selwyn past the giant dead Trog, so it's probably Zerg, honestly. As the one who is tall enough to be seen over this. Oh, boy, spicy second range increment. He's gonna toss this at you for probably a not great. Oh, he's not good at this. For a 10.
Can I catch it?
You can, sure, honestly, with a critical miss,
Oh.
I'll let you fucking grab it. And as he sees you catch that, he's going to step up around the door frame and into cover. Zelwyn.
I would like to hold.
Tell after Zerg.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and put you down here. In the back, you'll see another Trog stride out from around the corner, from around the darkness. This one also drawn about in somewhat elaborate but very thin red cloths, somewhat a facsimile of a normal robe, clearly ceremonial in some nature. But as she turns to look out to the party, one of her eyes is a flat milk white, clearly blind. And as she comes around, gauntlet in one fist, or around one fist, her other hand clutching a holy symbol. She looks out to the group of you with almost a bit of a sneer and raises up her hand. Where did your stat block go? Come back to me. Don't leave, please. I need you. Raises up a hand and fairly quietly, with a low, almost whisper of a voice, incants a spell. And again, Zerg is the one in front, so we're the one in the front that can be seen over the pile of people here. She is going to summon forth Tiny Punching Hand from such great hits as punching Aura repeatedly. And it is going to swing at you.
Great hits.
I have that
You
record.
like that one? You like that one?
I'm a big fan, yeah.
Gonna swing down at you, this phantasmal, almost translucent, spiked fist for a 23.
Oof, that exactly is my AC.
So it's going to catch you for 12 points of force damage.
Which immediately sends Zerg into a mighty rage.
Oh no.
You don't have your reaction yet because you haven't acted. You can't react before your initiative because you like. You
Real?
literally
Oh, that
have
makes
not
sense.
reacted
Okay.
yet.
That makes
But it
sense.
is now your turn.
Oh, good.
Can I actually go right before Zerg?
Oh, sure, yeah, you can. You're holding, so you can step in whenever
Yeah.
you want. Sorry, just kidding, Mono. It's Aura's
I,
turn.
I cast haste on Zerg. It's the Saint Frederick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's time. It's time to get into these shenanigans.
My God.
All right, Zerg, you have 4 actions.
Brilliant. Now, there's quite a... That's 2 strides, yeah?
To get
Does-
to
does
her,
speed change?
you've only got to get adjacent to her, which looks
True.
to me like it's 2 strides, yeah.
Yeah, which is, oh, that looks like sudden charge range, I'd say.
It sure does look like sudden charge range to me, yeah.
Does his movement speed change with haste?
No.
Oh, no, okay.
So I'm going to immediately... Oh, no, that's the ruler. Thank you. Thank you.
got you.
Sudden charge, that's 2. With
And
my
as you
hand
rush
that's
in,
not
this little
holding the thrown
spectral
javelin.
floating thingy fist does follow along with you. And you can see in the dim light here several more of these great axe-wielding trogs around you.
That's
Oh.
fine. Not a
Yeah.
problem.
2 actions left.
Stride twice if you have any movement within melee range. You can make a melee strike against that enemy.
No,
And I'm
you just
guessing
go
that
straight
counts
into
still-
punch is what it is. A flying
Yeah.
haymaker to start it off.
With a 35-20 natural.
Oh my God. Superman punch.
Have I mentioned that Zerg does not like trogs?
Jesus.
She punches
How's,
you, she summons a spectral hand to punch you, and you sprint across the room and punch her for like twice as much.
How's what's that? 22 damage?
Look at all the
22
fours and
damage.
threes.
Then Ascender, staggering backwards, she hisses out something in Undercommon, looking around to her allies that you just sprinted past as they're staring blankly. Make me a fortitude save.
Fortitude.
It's sneaky time. Yeah, the range matters now. Yeah, you don't care. Zerg's mad.
He doesn't give a shit.
You have 2
Come on.
actions left.
Oh, good. Zerg's gonna throw the javelin at this guy.
He's a blender of violence.
Athletics?
It's an attack roll. It's a ranged attack roll.
Okay.
So
just
if you
roll a regular unarmed?
yeah, if you don't have it set up, you can roll regular unarmed. It's going to be 3 lower because it's your dex instead of your strength, and then a 4th because you don't get the +1. So it'll be 4 lower than, and then 5 more because it's your second attack. So it's 9 lower than this. So 16 says math.
Reroll says hero point.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
Versus.
Okay, well, throwing's not Zerg's strong suit, all right?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
going
that's
to
good.
the 3 other trogs that are around you do have metal breastplates with single pauldron shouldered, and it'll glance off of his armor and kind of jar him to action. One action left.
Well, the trog immediately in front of me is going to cop a Zergy foot to the head with a 22.
The third attack. So minus 8.
Third attack.
So 14. And after the
No,
wake up.
that's already applied, I think, isn't it?
Oh, it is already applied. Right,
It is, yeah.
right. I'm stupid.
so
That's
that
already a thing.
25 was already applied on the first.
It was not on
wait.
the 25, but
No,
it is
on
on
the
the 20.
second one.
That's why I got confused. But yeah, the
Yeah.
22 absolutely is gonna catch her. You're gonna boot her.
And that boot with a big Zergy foot is 10 damage to the face.
So already rushing in, she's pretty off balance and well injured. Selwyn.
I'm gonna hold one more turn. Well, unslot the Barkbeard. I kind of want to see what Barkbeard
Barkbeard.
does.
Okay. I will turn around, looking at Arbus. Verna 2, and I would bend forward at the waist, kind of a small bow. I would request some of Godfrey's power, and I'm going to smirk at her, kind of knowingly, and run forward to here, and then kind of I would get into stance, but just
a
kind of
fortitude
be
save.
waiting as I kind of root down and get ready. I'm just going to. You can clearly see me waiting.
Okay, so you can't ready an action because you only got one action left.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Okay,
No.
okay.
It took me two. Took me 2 actions to get over there, and then I went into form and stance.
Oh, fair enough. I was just making sure. All right, but then give me a fortitude save as well as you run into the snake pile.
All right. Fortitude. 27.
You're good. So now Selwyn.
Right. So that one will move to here. And well, I feel like it's more fair to see this one up top than the one down below, who's around the corner. So I will
can
cast-
Actually just you can see either. They just have cover
Yeah.
from you.
Well, I'm casting Elixir Arc on
Oh, fair enough.
this one and this one. So I'm gonna need reflex saves.
All right, northern one coming in with 24.
All right, that's a save.
Caster lady with an 18.
Ooh, she fails.
Okie dokie. So she's taking 13. The other guy's taking 6.
Yep.
Electric damage. She's kind of, she's sort of staggered by a giant donkey punch followed up by a boot.
Still
And,
happy about the outcome.
And then this furthest one of the trugs is going to just great axe swinging, rush forward kind of haphazardly towards Zerg. And he's going to bring his great axe down. A complete whiff. He's clearly kind of unsettled by the things he's seeing here and how fast Zerg is rushing the room. There's a natural one. And he's going to smash it into the ground next to you. And he's going to let go with one hand and just try to sweep up a wild punch as he recovers. For an 18. Not going to go great either.
Zerg's just watching him do this.
Oh no!
And in panic, he looks over to their leader and calls out an undercommon that someone can understand. Vegas, what do we do?
You're gonna die.
Arvis.
Hearing Barkbeard's request, I see him waiting in the doorway as I stomp barefoot forward to get a little closer to the combat right behind Frederick. Just arms out at my sides, just sort of focusing, put my hands together and start to pull them apart. And as I do, Barkbeard starts to grow because I cast Enlarge on him.
Where's Zerg's enlarge? Zerg could be bigger.
It's true.
So with this spell, Barkbeard, what happens to you, Barkbeard? What are they seeing?
I would. So as I'm waiting, I'm kind of I'm rooting down, and the roots split the tiles. Like I am rooting into the tile, and I start to grow up. And well, you may want to consume, but we follow the wind and the waves, and that is the most powerful. As I just come into tree form, a very, very large.
And
I
this,
came here
this
to kill,
one
not for a
that's
sermon.
right next to you is just gonna, like, great axe held up ready to chop down at you. Is gonna call out, "Damn, a fucking talking tree! What's it saying?" And switch his stance and, like, swing it horizontally, like he's wood cutting.
He's trying to cut him down.
We're at 25.
And that doesn't. I'm fairly large, so I'm
Yeah, you're a
pretty
bit
easy.
easier to hit in this form. And she's gonna chop you for 9 points of slashing damage.
A very,
it's-
very stout tree.
It slams into you. I need you to make me a fortitude save.
Okey-dokey. Ooh, I will re-roll that.
Yikes.
With Zurich gave me a hero point. I will re-roll that with a good old 31.
31 critically succeeds. He's fine. He chops into you, kind of forces it, and pulls it back. We didn't come to fight big fucking trees! Chops again. And the second swing coming for a 20.
And it's like chopping into a tree. His axe is meant for people, and it's just like thunk.
Yeah.
And it gets wedged, but it doesn't actually do any damage.
The other Trog on the southern side here, behind the cover, as he grows up, he's kind of holding his great axe up defensively, is gonna look like between your legs, the other Trog, and call out, "Get behind him, you moron! Flank with me!" and swing his axe. Chopping for a 17.
And he's really. It's hard to get any leverage to hit a tree to do damage.
And he'll swing it again for a 14.
He didn't actually manage to get his axe out from the first hit, so the second hit, there was no second hit really.
And again for a 2.
His axe is just wedged in one of my legs.
He just calls out, "I'd be cutting him down if you weren't so useless!" As he's just swinging it like near nothing here wildly. The main caster, looking around at everything that's happening and looking up at this tree. Looking back down to Zerg as she stumbles back, kind of holding herself. She's gonna focus for a moment to maintain the fist, which is gonna swing down at you again for a 28, Zerg.
20 what?
28
Yeah, that'll do it.
for 6 points of force damage.
Which
This is gonna-
then sends Zerg into a rage.
Finally.
And as you as this thing hits you and you transform into a giant ape, she just hisses out another comment. "Oh, shit." Efundi vitam. And reaches out with her hand to touch you, and it's with a spell that I learned does in fact have a fortitude save. It's kind of hidden away in a weird little part of the spell. But this dark energy coalesces around her hand, and you see this shadow, almost essence, funnel out of Zerg into her palm. Yeah, but give me a fort save.
22 on the save.
All right, 22. That is going to deal 19 points of negative damage. And you're going to see that essence flowing back into her, restore her somewhat. And she's going to gesture with her gauntlet, pulling her hand back, pointing to you. "Get this ape off me, you idiots! What's the tree going to do?" Aura.
I'm always muted. See, I want to move to there. And I'm
How
going
long's Long Strider last? 8 hours?
8 hours.
That's pretty good stuff.
It's
Yeah,
been long. Handsome name, Long Strider.
Yes, sir. It's fine. I'm already
there.
at second level. Now that I'm here, I can actually see everything. I'm going to cast Elemental Toss on that one.
Okay, I'd say he definitely has cover as there is an ent between you and him. But you can definitely still target him.
That one. So 23
Absolutely gonna hit.
for 17.
Alrighty.
And I sustain Frederick.
Zerg. Target rich environment.
Zerg not so happy. Zerg in fact raging very much.
I like how little a 19 moves your health bar. He's like, eh.
It's nice, isn't it? Well, I
so
lost
small.
I lost my temporary points, but
Oh, right.
there's no thinking. There's just thumping.
That's a really good quote.
33.
Holy fuck.
This is on the caster in front of you.
This is all he
Yeah.
does. It's all
That's
he
a critical
does.
hit. She doesn't have any armor. Oh my god! Oh!
44.
Oh, she's
How's
dead!
that?
What do you do to her? Oh, that's exactly her health!
As she says something to the rest of the room that I didn't understand or hear or care about, barely finishes her sentence before the monkey fist comes flying down, leaving just a bloody splatter on the
As she
ground.
does, this phantom gauntlet just winks out of existence. Got 3 actions left, Zerg.
Oh my god.
As he turns around and makes eye contact with this guy. And where is Monkey Strike number 2? 26.
26 is gonna hit.
Oh my
25.
Oh, no.
No!
What are you doing?
What the?
That was exactly what she had left too.
He can't be doing it again.
What happens to him?
Turning around and making eye contact, picks him up and launches him across the room, leaving yet another bloody splatter on the wall.
He goes out the broken fucking window into the cave. He still has 2 actions.
Who's next? I guess I have to move for this one. So there's a movement.
Oh, unlucky having to move. Oof.
I
Tough one.
know.
Triple kill.
No way. No way. It's attack 3. It's at a -10. There's no way he
Yeah.
killed the 3rd one.
1 down, 2 down, turns around, sees the 3rd, and charges with an attempt to like sort of uppercut in the charge motion with a 24.
It hits.
No!
Oh god!
You need to stop!
You have to roll a d10. You can't just pick 9 or 10.
That is out fucking landish.
Jesus! Alright, well, that certainly rocks him. But as he was largely unharmed, stumbling, he's still alive. Giant tree.
I'll slowly with just turn, and you can see the eyes of Barkbeard are now like 6 or 8 inches long, like the whole thing of him grew. So he's like these incredibly large eyes. Just turn around to the Trog in the south here, and I just reach down and grab just huge branches, just kind of just entwine around his body. Hopefully, is +4, so 23.
23 grabs him.
And
No,
then,
you can tell you can't do what they did to you.
and then, well, you don't really need to be here, and I'm just gonna chuck him. And I'm gonna chuck him through the windows over here. So this is +4, so it's a 35.
35. Is it? It's an attack roll. Is it
It's
athletics check?
It's an attack roll.
Well, it's minus. It's your second attack, so it's -5.
Okay. So yeah, so it's 30 then.
30 will critically succeed.
So he will land. He'll land up against, I guess, up here and just splat against the wall. He lands prone.
Sure.
And that's just head over there. And then I don't particularly feel the need to be. I don't even have my shield out yet. I'm going to turn towards the one in front of Zerg. And just bring a branch down. Try and see. 20.
20 hits.
20 for just 12. It's just swamp. It's not even that much force behind it. It's just so large at that point.
And you just pull your hand up, and there's just a broken body on the ground.
And then I will just for giggles, I guess, I'm going to reach back and pull out this side of bark that's like 2 double doors and bring it around in front of me.
Sullivan.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I got.
I am also here.
It's
I mean,
a show.
I know what we said it was Zerg versus all, but I didn't realize it was going to be.
I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll like meekly limber out here and cast my least like heart in it telekinetic projectile I've ever done. Oh, I accidentally clipped its hat. Whoops, give me a moment.
He's prone.
Yeah, well, I still don't feel good about it. You know, at least before I got to steal the thunder, but there's no thunder left to steal.
It's like you can get the all me. It still doesn't.
It doesn't
fill
matter.
It can't,
Like
I can't help.
I've already
it can't
lost.
Fill the void in your heart. Yeah, the battle's already over.
Yeah. Well, 31.
31 is gonna critically hit.
Yay. 4. Oh wow, it really is contagious, isn't it? For 30 damage.
How? How does this keep happening? How? That's
Oh, I'm gonna nail him to the fucking window.
all 4 of them.
Here.
All 4 trogs got
Can I
exactly
shoot him out of the
lethal.
window? Like he breaks the window and just flies out?
Yeah, you're like, pull, and I threw him, and you
Yeah.
get him in the air, and he just goes through the window.
All 4 trogs got exactly lethal. Well,
Excellent work, team.
It's all because of Frederick's help.
It really
that was
is.
a battle that happened.
Man, this is quite effective. And I would turn around back to Aribis, ducking through the door to look at her.
You wouldn't have to turn around very far because I'm already right next to you, and I want to climb the big tree. I want to sit on the big tree.
And I would lower one like giant arm, just ready, and kind of slowly, ever so slowly, kind of lift up again, and you could climb through the branches.
Yeah. Now I have a mount.
I'm not
tree.
convinced I've ever seen like an at-level encounter get so thoroughly fucked. in Pathfinder
We got
before.
Michael Myers on our team.
I
Okay?
reach up and I pat Zerd.
It's
like,
uncanny.
What do you think of that spell, Zerd?
Zerg is still like looking around for more, like he's ready to go for more. The little twiggy pats kind of settle Zerg down a little bit. Like, it's over already. This was too easy.
That was
want more.
remarkably fast.
I want more.
Did not. Yeah, I am at this size. I was kind of hoping to do some smushing, but
You smushed
Yeah.
this guy. You did smush. You smushed.
It's the Batsky. I'm up here in the tree.
I am in awe. Also, how's it going,
Did
Solanas?
anyone take
What the
you?
hell are you
Zerg
doing up
technically
there? It's dangerous.
I'm also my hands raised up to Zerg, waiting for a high five.
I look at it. Hey. Oh!
You punch.
No, you don't punch.
Did you not punch the fist, the hand?
No,
Selwyn?
no.
I
you open
hand
it.
down. I give him a finger because that's about the same size.
Yeah. And I walk over to Selwyn and high five.
I'll give it a high five.
Yeah.
I feel terrible, but the victory was ours.
I feel great.
I've never felt so masculine.
I love having a giant tree I can just sit in at all times.
How long does that
This
last?
is true.
5 minutes.
Oh, so not at all times, just at sometimes.
I also climb the tree and sit next to Arvis. Put my hand up for a high five.
It is
Let's
more
see how
hard
high
than
you go.
On Treebeard's shoulders here.
Well, I'm not quite sure.
I'm not climbing the sexual harassment tree's fucking shoulders. There's
And
no
not-
Oh,
way.
come here, Selwyn. You know,
No,
it's
stay
30
away.
branches. They're all. Don't worry, I'll scoop you up. I've got long arms. Not
No,
worry.
no. I'm gonna run around a corner and hide.
Then make an athletics check.
No, first I'm gonna run.
I'm trying to
I've got long arms.
just
He's
go
got-
through the
he's
window.
got-
Run away from me. Oh no, you're too slippery.
Ah,
I'm running. Wait, no, I'm running behind her, and then I'll hop up into the tree branches. Whack! My own accord.
no one put Selwyn in a tree but Selwyn.
Yeah.
So with the hall returning to silence, the antechamber now thoroughly smeared with the blood of the numerous trogs who have just been absolutely desecrated here.
Well, there's got to be stairs to the lower levels. I don't know how much more exploring you guys would like to do today. I feel like that was rather triumphant.
We should explore the rest of this floor.
And you hear the
I'm
Oh,
not
yes.
done.
voice again. Well, gives him no.
Ah.
Gives him Miss Merge no. Where stairs are? Miss Merge just never go down them. Miss Merge, watch you. New friend so strong. Miss Merge in awe.
Oh, me too,
Oh,
buddy.
yes. Is there anything else on this floor?
Well,
Any people?
as he looks now, Miss Merge see so many bodies. Not sure. Miss Merge not sure. Well, Miss Merge's new friends definitely kill colors. That's one. And he points down to the smashed body of Linkus on the floor here. And I saw another behind Deus. 2 already. 2 of their leaders gone. Others must be downstairs, maybe.
Okay,
You are
so-
strong. You should stop them. End them. Take their lives.
Oh, don't want to get.
I like this.
Look, we're gonna do it, but not because you told us to.
Miss Merge
Well, I
understands.
guess we should go look and see if there's anything else interesting in any of these rooms around here.
We should, yes.
So, where is Tree Squad headed? Back in this atrium here, you can go again either north or south, the 2 directions you haven't really been in. And with the light of Frederick and Aro looking into the southern chamber here, anyone that can see around this pillar can clearly see that it contains a small pool of some kind.
That does not look natural. Can I tell if it's natural? Because it does not look like the pink liquid in the pool looks very odd.
If you want to recall knowledge instead of seeking while you go into this room, you can.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, same.
Nobody's seeking.
Well, yeah.
What?
Sorry.
Seeking,
no,
not
I'll just-
sneaking.
No, I mean same. I would like to go from sneaking to.
Oh, you want to
recall
look at it,
knowledge.
see what it is. So as you come into the room here, and can see a bit more of it, Barkbeard having to maybe stoop down a little bit to get under the doorway. It opens up surprisingly inside to a 20-foot ceiling, a chamber that's near a cube, as large as it is around, with smooth marble walls rising up to a flat ceiling. In the center of this strange pool is a golden statue of a winged eye, looking much like the icon of Erodin in the middle of the floor in the antechamber. Dripping dark tears from the corners into a deep, purplish, noxious ooze below. There's some faded mosaics on the walls surrounding the pool that have been similarly disfigured to the antechamber with bloody finger paints from the Trog's work. And the two of you go ahead and give me either a religion or an arcana or an occultism check. So
many
win it,
things in
Barbarian.
between. Yep. Just to see.
All of mine are the same as 10. Do you want me to roll it?
This isn't a secret
Well, we
check. You can
both-
just roll this.
Yeah.
Identifying like monsters and items is the only thing that's really secret. I generally like to let the players roll dice as much as I can.
I have no idea.
Yeah, as the two of you, a 17 and a 20. That's not even a sense of 15 and a 20. Look in here. Both of you would recognize the iconography of a rodent in the statue, but not much else about the surrounding chamber. You could see, as you're looking, a little bit through a lot of the bloody mess that has been painted up on the walls of what the mosaics underneath them once displayed. Just little bits of it. They all appear to be of a humanoid figure doing some kind of a task. You can see up in the corner of one a hammer raised high overhead. Not a warhammer, not a mallet, but like a carpenter's hammer. And you can see in the corner of another what appears to be the bottom of a lute, the harp-like instrument. And if you cleaned the blood away to get a better view of them, because it's just kind of painted over the top and they're mosaic, it would be much easier to make out what they actually are. But they seem to be an odd collection of tasks. They don't seem to be very religious in nature at all.
Alright, I'm
gonna
gonna
go-
start casting prestidigitation.
I'm gonna go back to sneaking. I have no idea what this is.
Okay. So yeah, nothing is comes out of the pool or anything. Anara in the middle of the room, starting to cast his spell, clearing away cast after cast, small bits of the dried blood across the walls. His cantrip not terribly more effective than a man with a brush, but still
Oh.
starting to work at it.
I'm very small. I have very small hands that would carry a very small brush.
It is true.
Well, suppose I could do a lap, I guess, going around the north side. It doesn't seem to, not quite sure what this would be. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think?
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, neither do I. I don't really know either.
Someone should drink it.
That is
That's
not,
not
the
bad.
idea.
That
Aura.
seems, yeah, that seems bad.
The purple goo in the pool here seems as thin as water. It's not sludge or slime of any manner. It's perfectly thin as it runs down the corners of the statues, and it has no real scent to it. It more just has almost a foreboding sense about it, like simply standing near the pool makes you uneasy.
That's even more to run away. This is we should probably go the other way kind of aura. I find that suspicious.
As you walk in.
Maybe
Well, I
we
mean, you
should
probably would have realistically been in here the whole time, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yep, sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
I
you
remember
turn-
that moss or whatever that algae or moss or whatever it was in that cave, and I would rather not that happen again.
so was the
Don't.
group of
Oh,
you-
right, when Cirque disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed Ara.
Yeah.
Ara missing that grab, my bad.
I fell out of the tree.
The
How
group
would
of
you,
you
wait,
guys-
hold up a second, Barkbeard. How would you know about that? You weren't even there.
I told
No,
him.
when I poked the algae, and it poofed.
Oh,
then
that
Zerg-
part. Okay, I was thinking about different moss.
Ah,
Is there been
Right.
a different? thing?
Yeah,
moss?
Cirque
Oh,
got,
shit.
Cirque got absorbed by moss and was gone for like 4 hours.
Oh, when he fell asleep, yeah, when he just got lost under the pool. So you would come around the north side here, where this one trog that Zerg had killed had been pounding on the doorway. And you can see that the door now lays open. And inside here is an abandoned small chapel shrouded in gloom and darkness. You can barely see, I guess literally all of you but Arbus have low light vision, so Arbus, you can barely see on the eastern side a broken slab surrounded by marble debris that seems to be all that's left of what was once a statue. Small bits and pieces of well-carved and sculpted parts are all that remain in the broken stone around the ground. Atop the broken slab is a replacement altar, very crudely made, hacked nearly of wood, and bits of stone with a human corpse laying atop it. His throat is gashed open by a single large slash, and his decaying face frozen in a final mask of terror. A symbol appears to have been carved into the man's abdomen that almost radiates a dark energy.
Gee, I wonder if these are one of the human sacrifices used to call in demons.
It would seem that way, I would say, although I'm not sure. It would be logical.
What is the symbol?
Would I recognize the symbol?
At this point, you've already passed this check. It's the holy symbol of Zuvagavazub, carved into his abdomen. That's something you at this point have already identified and recognized. And as Barkbeard bears you closer as he's seeking here, you would notice that the man was put up there still seemingly wearing whatever clothes that he had been taken in. He's just dressed like a normal workman for a day on the docks.
We could bring this body back if we were feeling particularly charitable.
We should, once we clear out the whole place, the guardsmen can get down here and investigate.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan. Well, is there anything of note besides that's just the slab and the guy?
The room is largely barren, save for those couple of features here. The chapel having been left pretty much abandoned. You can see that on the floor around the middle where you're standing, there are some scratches in the stone that have been made that don't really look to denote anything that you can tell so large as just a fairly, so much as like maybe a 10-foot across circle with little parts of the edges just having been hatched in. It also smells pretty rampantly, clear evidence that the Trogs had spent a substantial amount of time in here.
Is the symbol like radiating magical aura, perhaps?
Do you have read aura?
Yeah.
As you throw your spell over the body, you would identify a purple, faint aura of necromancy.
Does that would I be able to determine if that means like magic happened here, or there's still something in this symbol that's
it's very faint. It seems like it has it seems like a sigil that has already been spent, that has already served its purpose and just retains a bit of latent energy from its original enchantment.
Smells like shit in here. Is it Trogs nearby? I'm not done clobbering yet.
There's no trucks in here that we know of. We could do a quick route around the building, this floor, if we wanted to, while I'm still this size. And just checking all the rooms.
So for simplicity's sake of dragging everyone around, I'm going to put everyone on the tree mobile.
Everybody's in the tree.
It's easier to drag the tree mobile. So with that, the pool room didn't seem to connect through to the southern wing at all. So it seems like the only way to get down to the more south area here is this door in the main chapel. which is quite small and seems like it would be some difficulty for Barkbeard to squeeze through. You could, but you would need to squeeze. Like, it'd be an action to move through the doorway.
Yeah, okay. Well, I am slithery in some ways, so maybe I can do that.
As you step
Probably
up
don't have a lot of time.
and open it here, revealing a hall behind, much like the hall on the other side, but a little bit strange and just slightly off. The marble walls of this hall are pretty well smeared with blood, like much of the rest of the area, but there's also almost a mist, a thin, faint, greenish haze hanging in the air, like a morning fog with the smell of wet leaves.
Well, I am very accustomed to nature things. Maybe I can give some kind of insight.
You step into the hallway, large man.
Well, can I, like... It just smells like wet leaves, that's it? There's nothing else that, like, is
It's a
particularly...
fairly faint smell from out here. It doesn't really seem to be spreading outside of the door very much.
I'm going to break off a little twig and throw it in there and just see if it explodes into a powder and kills everyone instantly.
It's still on the ground. It's hanging like it's like a really faint fog. You throw a stick in the room and it clatters across the stones with no response.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess I'll squeeze through here and see if this works. Mind the legs, yes.
Alright, so as you make your way over the party into this hallway here, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check, Seek lad.
Okay. 32. Natural 20.
Solid. As you come in here, your eyes very well adjusted to morning mists and fogs of generations of being a tree in the forest. Your gaze pierces through this almost unperturbed, like it's not even there. And you can see in the center of the room, or in the center of this hallway rather, here, where it seems to be bending around a corner, there is a sigil inscribed in the floor, giving off a very faint energy of this exact same shimmering green that would be near imperceptible through this haze to most creatures.
There seems to be a sigil on the floor. Is that something that might be causing the fog? I'm not sure if I should just whack it and try and destroy it, or
maybe it might be trap.
Probably trap. Definitely trap.
definitely a trap, you say? Well, I guess we could
My
try
vote's
to
on
avoid
trap.
it. Maybe we could just step over. Is that how sigils work? Do we just step over them or something? Or is it movement? Is it heat activated? Is it kind of like, can it smell? Maybe, I don't know.
You're asking on whether or not it is or can be, and the traps can be all of that. This one? Not sure.
Miss Merge not know. Miss Merge not see arrangement of this thing. Miss Merge only been here briefly to this hall, and Miss Merge saw no, well, mist before.
So if you were to fly in, then you would not trip any traps, right? That's how traps work. They cannot trip if they are flying, and I've heard that from a reliable source. I think you should go
Miss
first.
Merge small. Miss Merge not strong. Miss Merge not
That's
risk
exactly
wrath of
where you should
Xulgath
go.
colors.
They
You hear
won't
his voice
even
kind of
see you
fading
being-
further away as he talks into the darkness of the chapel.
I could zap
I
it
think
if
you're
you
right.
did
This
the-
guy, this Miss Merge seems to be rather useless, as I call out after him.
That's what
Miss
I
Merge
tried to
help
say.
with knowledge. Miss Merge know things. Miss Merge no fight. Miss Merge no control.
This
color
is a
magic.
knowledge situation. We don't know whether it's a trap or not.
Miss
That
Merge
one-
didn't see. Miss Merge don't know.
That one Miss Merch is a whole ass.
Whoa.
I agree with
I
Arbus.
don't like him.
What has he done to earn your ire?
I
So
don't
if I
like the
throw
dude.
a twig at the sigil itself,
While he's talking, Barbeard throws a fucking stick at
Oh,
the symbol on the
shit.
floor.
Oh.
And it
Christ.
bounces across the floor, not reacting at all to it, with absolutely no response.
well, there must be some other trigger. It doesn't seem to go by getting hit with a stick.
Is there a way to identify what the sigil is?
Then since you know it is there, you could attempt to use a read aura, much like you would to identify an item from a little bit of a distance and kind of get a general understanding of what it does.
Would I have to move out of the hallway? I could move out, I guess.
You need to
Could
come
switch
in a little
places?
bit so you can reach it, yeah. So, like, if Barkbeard comes out and Aura goes in.
I need light. Frederick.
Frederick, get over
Where'd I put
here.
Frederick? Where'd I put Frederick? Where'd Frederick get dismissed?
Oh no.
The pool room. There he is. Frederick.
The party member. How do you lose him? Come
Yeah,
on.
come on,
He's on
bro.
the GM layer.
He shouldn't be.
He's hard to see. All right,
He's
you-
fucking light, man.
Yeah. How's he hard to see? Stupid moron.
So, as you what are you just what are you
I found stuff.
Did you not know about the icons? Anyway,
No.
you come around this into this room here, pull up Frederick, and you're the one with read aura?
No, unfortunately.
He's still not the one with the
I
read aura
can't
now.
remember which of the auras is the one with read aura.
I guess you can't read aura.
I can't read aura.
Hey,
I
that's
can't
how you
read aura's
remember it.
read aura. So, with your detect magic as a cantrip, that wouldn't give you any like actionable information without interacting with the sigil. You need Arabis to do it. But your detect magic would certainly ping off with the presence of magic in the hallway.
Oh, we got two options. We either try to figure out what it is or set it off.
So, Arabis coming in with your magic as you detect over this thing to figure out what the heck it actually is. The aura that permeates off of this small sigil is a black one of conjuration, and it's relatively powerful at that. You can tell this rune in the floor, unlike the one carved into the body, is very much still active, and it is a divine implementation rather than like an arcane or a primal one. This magic is a divine manifestation, and it's on.
This
Very
is
much
very, very bad magic.
About at this time,
I don't like.
Barkbeard would become small. After
Well, it's
walking
much easier to
around
fit
here
through
and
doors.
figuring out what to do with this thing for some time.
All right,
shrink
it's
back down to
divine
its original size.
conjuration. Could be bad. Very bad. And active. We should not mess with this thing.
So as it is active magic, you would know that, as this is mechanics, because we haven't really had a ton of traps, honestly, especially not magical traps in Second Edition yet, that it could probably be dispelled directly if you had some kind of a way. But additionally, unlike First Edition, there is no like trap magic trap dichotomy. You can generally use thievery for anything like this, especially something that's a sigil or a rune in the floor. You could use thievery to disarm it just like you would a mundane trap.
Someone,
Right?
I think this is your show.
Oh, fine.
So you have to be careful. It might be dangerous.
Yeah, well, if I blow up, remember me as the idiot who tried.
So,
You're not an
I
idiot.
will.
as
And I have
you,
these fine thief tools now. Does that give me any
it
increase?
does give you a +1, yes.
All right, okay.
Plus 1 item bonus. So first, I'm going to need an acrobatics check to approach it without triggering it.
All right. I'm okay at these.
Yeah, you're pretty good at acrobatics. You're fairly acrobatic, you could say.
23. Hmm.
Mm.
Session reroll, I think. It's a good time.
I was pretty sure you still had yours.
Ah, shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You
Oh, no.
sneak forward here. You've seen him talk about it. You haven't come near the hall. And you expect, as they're talking about this glowing rune on the floor, this sigil, it to be something that is much more visible than it is. And you, without this tree sight and this natural understanding, it is much, much harder to see than you expect.
No.
And as you're actively looking for it, you don't even really realize until you're basically on it, and it flares to life with a bright emanation. Manifesting in front of you and shunting you back a little bit here into Frederick Square. A strange beast. A strange beast indeed. An almost lizard-like creature pulled through. It's pretty massively large and seeming to have almost armadillo-like armored plate bands down its back. Massively long curled claws at the end of each talon, and huge offset teeth, set in such a way that the creature does not even appear to be in any way capable of closing its mouth further than this.
Oh my god!
Stranger danger! Stranger danger!
It looks like an insane dinosaur from a nightmare, and as it appears, it is already lunging towards Selwyn.
No! Oh my god!
And I'm gonna need some initiative.
I said be careful!
Like I said, we have two options. Either figure out what it is or set it off.
Correct.
I figured out what it is.
God damn it. I didn't click my token.
Yeah, I did the same thing. It's okay.
So, well, we both did it then. It's great.
Whoops.
Yep, we're professionals.
Yeah, I've played this game plenty of times.
Oh, that's not what I want to see.
Really like to have that 28 though.
So as this thing appears, even as it's manifesting out from wherever it is that it's come from, these jagged, curved, gnashing teeth are already lunging towards Selwyn. And he is going to bite towards you for a 22.
I, in my desperate panic, just scrambling against the wall, just out of reach for a brief moment.
As this first bite misses, you're now back against the wall. The teeth kind of scrape against each other and open as it lunges forth one more time with a 30.
That hits me.
Oops, I am not in the chat box. I am not smart. And this thing's maw is pretty enormous. These scraping teeth huge with a large amount of strength behind them. And it's going to hit you for 24 points of piercing damage. And it bites and pulls back, almost kind of raking, like what would seemingly be... Are you testing? What are you doing?
Fixing.
Okay, well, it would almost kind of be raking the teeth against you. But they sort of give way, oddly flexible, not raking across you nearly as badly as you would expect, but in fact, a tooth snapping off in you as it does. As it leaves this tooth in you, you can feel a strange kind of numbness on that whole part of your shoulder running down your arm into your chest. You are drained 1. And you can see that wound is bleeding pretty profusely. Selwyn.
All right, great, fantastic, awesome. Big fan. Love your work. How's your palaver? This ain't great. I'm not happy. I'm actually quite sad. I will, I'll hold.
All right, Ara.
I'm gonna
You
press
can all
some
see this thing perfectly fine in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna press some buttons, and this is what I'm going to do. So we're gonna do this on him.
We're gonna do the same thing we do every day, Pinky. We're gonna throw a bunch of fire.
And then
With a 23, that first fireball is just going to splash across his armored hide.
Cool. I'm gonna sustain Frederick.
Keeping the light in the room so that Selwyn is not left in actual darkness. Zerg.
Also muted, Grid. Fucking Jesus Christ. Zerg is gonna run. Because he doesn't know better. and run in and punch.
And
Where
as
do I
you
move
run
to?
through the
go.
doorway, what almost looks at first like a second creature, a massive snaking whip-like serpent, comes around the corner and shoots out into the doorway. Only as it lashes out towards you do you realize it's this creature's incredibly long spined tail, batting out at you like one of those zombie bats full of nails. This tail is gonna whip out towards you for a 38.
Yeah, that'll crit.
And as it bats you, you're going to take 36 points of piercing damage. And it is going to disrupt your movement, which means you'll need to use another move action to get to him because it like stumbles you.
Oh, which I'll do, I guess. Jesus. And 26 on the attack roll.
26, bury your fist in, is just barely going to be powerful enough of a blow to land damage.
Oh, god damn. Holy shit. Oh, wait, that's Raging Monkey Strike. Hang on. That one. 6.
Oh no, not
Oh,
now.
boy. Oh,
This isn't
boy.
the time. 6
I
damage.
like
Not a
to say-
frog.
I would like to take my
It's not a
turn.
trog.
It's not a trog. He's not mad enough. Selwyn.
All right.
So this
With that,
big tooth is pretty embedded in you.
How would I rip it out?
You can, it seems pretty well stuck in you, and you can't really feel the area, so it would be a medicine check as 2 actions, just like stopping persistent damage, but with a medicine check to remove it safely.
Well, guess I'll die, and I'll attack the big creature
They summon some
for
big old...
30 on its flat-footed.
That's gonna hit it.
16 damage. And I will attack again, striking down. I will reroll that hot one. See if we can.
We have hero points for a reason.
Yes, we have hero points for a reason. Well, not that big of a reason. And I'm gonna run away.
The good news, he does not have a second reaction.
Yeah, it turns out.
So as you manage to scramble away here, you are going to bleed for 6 points of damage, and this does not have a chance to end naturally. As she comes out, it'd be pretty clear to everyone she's got like a 9-inch fang embedded down in her shoulder. Barkbeard.
I'm going to quickly, because it was kind of hard to see exactly what was going on as Selwyn runs by, do we think, best course of action, fight or run?
We should fight them out here.
And no response. So I'll go, I guess I guess I will go, oh gosh. I can't. Okay, we had this problem in Age of Ashes where I couldn't like move other players. If I spend my whole turn moving another player, is that something I could do or no? I would have to be on the other side of Zerg.
Yeah, you'd need to like get past Zerg and shove him back out of the room because he's attacking forward. So it's
Yeah, I can't pull. There's no
yeah,
pull
you'd need to,
action.
you need to like move up past to shove him back like up here.
Okay. Well, I will go. I'll run in. I'm gonna run into here. Take my stance, and start laying into this guy. I guess is the plan. Great plan. Much enthusiasm. Not much enthusiasm. I will also re-roll that. That will be a re-roll from Justinian,
boy.
who I got earlier.
Oh,
This
boy.
is where the dice fall apart.
This is
Yeah.
bad.
The thing that's
Okay,
the
so
thing
this,
that's
with
spooky.
with emphasis this time. 24. Still didn't
Yeah,
hit.
24 is going to clatter across his armored scales and only superficial.
Gotcha.
As you have to fight him here, you can see that a almost demonic rune has blazed into view on the big plate, the ridge that is his forehead, largely glowing with this same green energy the sigil on the floor had.
Okay. Well, I'll do the second hit because that's all I can do really. And then yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Arvis.
I am going to quickly up and down Selwyn, get a good look at what the massive tooth in her.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's a jagged, serrated fang jammed into her shoulder. Looks like it would be fairly. It would be tough to remove easily. Definitely be a medicine check.
This might hurt a lot, Selwyn, but I need to get it out.
It already hurts a lot. Just do it.
I'm gonna try to get it out.
All right, your medicine check. It's 2 actions.
Okay. 29.
With a 29, you carefully, steadying yourself, manage to twist the tooth back and start sliding it out a little just to get it loose from where it's embedded before ripping the rest of it free. So when you are no longer drained, that ends your drained immediately. Though you are still bleeding.
I'll relay that I don't feel as weak.
Yeah, the
I'll yell
numbness
that.
recedes almost immediately.
Yeah.
You have 1 action left, Arvis.
I'm going to run over here and just I'll shout at the door. We fight them out here.
This massive beast in here has surprisingly been punched by what appears to be a small green man, and he's pretty upset about it. And as he turns to you, the sigil on this forehead ridge changes to a different one, warping in a flicker, almost like 2 frames of an image. And he lashes out to bite towards Zerg with a 35.
Ah, stop. That's a crit. Cut it out.
And he is going to bite you for 58 points of piercing damage.
Ah.
And as he pulls back, ripping with his teeth here, Zerg drops to the floor. And he turns to bite towards Barkbeard, snapping out. As Zerg kind of falls, he's a pretty hefty lad. He pulls his head back and can't really get twisted around well enough to where you're in the corner here in your stance. Natural 1. His teeth are just going to fly in front of you. And then he's going to reach up with
So
one.
a natural 1 for like a 35 or something?
Natural 1
34
for
or
a
something?
16.
Oh,
Calm
okay,
down.
okay.
Natural 1, 35.
So he is going to reach up with one clawed hand and just try to reach into the corner of this hallway with that to claw at you with a 28.
And that will hit. It rakes across just the bark.
That's going to hit you for 21 points of slashing damage.
All right, time to leave. Oh, is that 21?
Yep, 21 points. Ara.
Barkbeard, can you get Zerg out of there?
Sure can.
I'm gonna hold.
Owen.
I will do a small prayer. And all right, run into the room.
That one.
Fear level
Another-
0. So you can speak Undercommon. You can assumedly read Undercommon.
Yes.
This sigil on his head, while it's embellished and demonic, is actually an Undercommon character. The number is a 3.
Right. Do I get slapped by Massive Tail?
You do, yeah.
Right. That
which
was
is gonna lash through the doorway at you for a 22.
I duck out of the way, preparing for this tail that I saw Cirque get hit with. And I'll run the fuck back out.
Base
try to stop
success.
Try to stop my bleeding if I can.
If that's one move action, it's 2 actions to try and stop it.
It's 1x. Okay, right.
So if you got 2 actions left, yeah, you can try and stop that bleeding now.
Oh yeah, I could do that in one movement, huh?
Yeah, they think you'd be here, but yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I'd like to try that.
Yep. So
Pull out my bandolier, my good old medicine, try to like really just bind it real quick.
give me a flat check. Oh, that's
11.
exactly what you need.
Sweet.
With the fang removed, you'll be able to stop the bleeding here. Barkbeard. Zerg is now an object, which means you can just pick him up.
Perfect. I am going to pick up Zerg and run out the door and then close the door. Pick up, run, close.
Give Zerg with you as you rush away, slamming this door behind you so as to never, ever speak.
I've got hefty hauler and a lot of strength, so I think I can lift him.
Never speak of the horrors we've seen here.
This door does not exist. We will not be coming back to this door.
It is a pretty simple wooden door, and he still sounds pretty upset. You can lay Zerg down out here in Arabis.
Alright, I need your strongest healing now.
What do you think I've been doing all day, Salowin?
Use something stronger. I want to see healer, not none of your lip.
Right. Just focus, and the cracks in her skin starts to glow pale blue as Zazek really got left as a level 1 heal for you, buddy.
Well, that's a pretty good level
great.
1 heal you got there. That's as good as they come, actually.
Yeah, truth. You get 16 HP there, Zerg.
16 HP and Zerg, prone on the ground, would at least wake up.
And
Then you step aside.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. So Zerg.
I'm gonna jump in here.
There you go. Ara then. Sorry again, Zerg. Ara again.
So Ara again. I am going to do the same thing on Zerg. Just a level 1 heal.
Oh no.
Tell them if you got him, boys.
We gotta run.
Actually,
Time to
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do.
You bastard! You steal my.
I'm gonna use my last 3rd level spell slot to give him 36 health.
Majestic. 36 health restored to Zerg is gonna make him feel a lot better. I'll leave you 1 action
And I'm
left.
gonna maintain Frederick.
Okay, now Zerg wakes up on the floor.
So we gotta run. We gotta go, buddy.
Holy shit! Backs off over here.
Sir, get up, start running. Get up, start running. We need to leave.
Got up, moved. I'm gonna grab one of my javelins and just
Alrighty.
prepare it.
So as you fall back here
Oh no.
with a massive splintering sound,
Uh-oh.
the monster just destroys the simple wooden door, smashing it outward. Whereas Selwyn, you can see the undercommon rune on his head is now a 2. As his snapping jaws punch against the door frame, bowing it outward as they reach towards Barkbeard. Which is his second attack, so he smashed the door first.
I need to leave.
For a 35.
Oh my god!
And I don't have my shield out, so that is going to crit.
So as he rakes his teeth across you, not able to get a solid enough hold to snap a tooth off in you, but still enough to just deal 55 points of piercing damage. Oh!
Not to worry, guys. Not to worry. I have 1 health.
24 times 2, 48 plus 7, 55. Yep, he had 56 health. Barkbeard is technically still conscious. Selwyn.
Oh no.
He's
Do it
got
again,
2
do
eyes
it
on his forehead.
1, 2, 3.
As you run by this tail again, lashing out
I'm
towards
really
you.
sad.
He's not smart. He's just gonna take it if he's got him. For a 23.
It smacks me right across my fucking dumb head.
He rolled a 2 to hit you twice, but he got a 3 this time.
Oh no. Why couldn't I get lucky just once?
Just once more than I got lucky so far.
Well,
I was gonna
obviously. That's
hit you for
implied.
17 points of piercing damage as you retreat.
Yeah. Alright, we gotta fucking go! And I'm gonna run as far as I can. Which is. Wait.
You got 2 actions left, so.
No,
These guys are
it's just-
difficult
that was just
terrain.
part of my first action. So that would be 5 feet, and then I have, like. I can get out here. Just,
Yeah. These lads are difficult terrain, but you got this area you can go around. You can use the
Alright.
right click thing to do it pretty easily.
Oh, it's right click. I always forget.
Barkbeard.
I'm going to wait behind Arvis, but then I will start running.
Arabis then. Oops.
I need to do something to try to maybe slow this thing down. Hands at my side.
Oh, you gotta run!
Fight it! Mistmerge seen how strong new friends are! Fight this beast! This is a
Focus.
demon from the Glutton Dark! Slay it!
I'm fucking out of here.
Run!
A dark cloud appears right in between him and Barkbeard, and boom! Thunder, Tempest Surge.
Alright, well.
Hit him.
The good news is Reflex is not his best save.
This is my plan.
He's gonna get 27.
That's. Oh my god, that's gonna pass? And it's terrible!
He takes 3 electricity damage.
Oh shit. And then I am going to.
He's looking real healthy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Barkbeard.
I'm going to. He is torn off like a full limb here. So he's torn off a full limb and he has it. I'm going to grab that limb and pull it back to try and take it with me, which is an attempt at a trip.
Okay. On his
Ooh,
reflex
okay.
DC. 28.
28 beats him by 1. You trip him.
Oh,
And
that's
then
good.
I'm like, okay, guys,
We're out of here.
let's go. There's things to do. So I'm going to get basically over where I can still. Yeah, I'll get over here. Can I drop my stance just like as a free action, or is that thing?
I mean, getting out of it's an action.
Oh, okay.
Changing
okay. I'll just
stances
do
or
it
out
then.
of his stance is an action.
Uh,
I do like that our slowest character is like, yeah, I got 2 actions to spare.
I'm going.
She was trying to protect Barkbeard.
I'm going to.
I have a plan.
I don't have a plan. I never have a plan. I'm a sorcerer.
Love it.
Second level burning hands on him.
Fire!
Why are we not running? What is this not running?
He's going to
Fire.
get a 25 on the reflex save.
All right, so he takes 7 fire damage, and then I'm gonna juxtapose myself right here.
Zerg.
And Frederick winks out.
Ooh, darkness fills the chamber.
Oh boy.
No!
I'm going to throw my javelin. No, I'm not going to throw the javelin. I'm going to move towards the door.
So, your movement is half as you bumble through the darkness because this is difficult terrain. So that's 20 feet. This is greater difficult terrain, so that's 40 feet for the next 10.
Holy shit.
But
okay.
then you'll be able to see where you are.
Yeah, I can't see shit, and I ain't gonna make it over. I'm going to. What am I gonna do? I'm going to step around. Well, so wait, so that was 20 feet,
That was 20 feet of movement,
So-
yeah.
Can he
making
not?
that 30 feet,
Right.
right? Total. Oh no, wait, it doesn't matter. That's one move.
I guess you can actually see this whole area right here. So
Yeah.
like this little area you can see with your low light vision. So that's 10 for you.
Yeah. Okay. How far can I get to the door? Can I scramble over to like here?
Yeah, like 3 actions you could get the rest of the way over there because I mean those
Yeah,
things
that's
are
fine.
huge bodies that are blocking quite realistically. So
Yeah.
you can't really see how to climb up them very well.
All right. I'll scramble to the door. And
So you
oh, yeah.
you hear a shuffling, scraping of massive talons on stone as you hear the door frame creaking, and burgeoning, and near breaking as this thing crashes its way through out into the chapel. And you hear as the thing sniffs and slows for a second before, just in the bare glow of the light here, that spined tail lashes through the darkness out towards Ara. Because you have the light coming through the door. And his tail is going to whip up at Ara for a 28.
Hits.
Does not crit though.
Does not crit.
That's important.
Good villain pointed, not going to. 14 points of piercing damage.
Ouchie.
Selwyn.
I'll hold.
Arbus. Now you're in low light here because you have Barkbeard's light just barely coming into the room here, so you can see forward through the door perfectly fine.
I am going to turn into my wolf form. Wild shape into my wolf. Thank you.
Got you.
And I'm going to use my entire movement speed, which is 40 feet, to get out of this room. 1, 2, 3.
Gets you there.
Thank you.
Alright, Barkbeard.
Well, I feel like we're doing a very inefficient job at running away, I would say. I am going to draw my shield, get my shield, which is 1 action, fortunately.
Right.
And then I am going to run and then hop out this window.
Making
Gone.
the light.
Plunging Ara back into complete darkness. All terrain is
Oh, right.
difficult terrain.
Sorry, I totally forgot about that.
Wait, I'll step in after.
Selwyn.
I'll cast light on myself.
Alrighty. Barkbeard's light privileges have been revoked as he climbs to the window and the light goes out. But Selwyn's cast, it emanates from her instead.
And I'll raise shield.
Well, you have
Cast
Magic Shield.
Yeah.
Magic Shield is super neato. Alright, now Ara. Now you
I'm gonna
can-
wait for Zerg to go.
Alright, then Zerg.
Zerg's gonna open the door. Is the
Door's
door
open.
already open? No, it's
Door's
not
open.
open, is it?
It's open.
Oh, it is open?
It hasn't been closed since you
Um,
came through to kill all these huge naked dudes.
Oh, okay. Is it closable?
It is certainly closable.
Zerg's gonna stand at the door and hold it and usher Ara and who else is in there?
Just Aura.
It's just Ara? Is Barkbeard out?
Yes.
Barkbeard's out, it's just Ara.
Markbeard's
Oh, good.
out.
Ara, come quick! Get out! And hold, preparing to close the door. And that's it. That's.
Ara.
Aura's gonna get out.
Anything else, comrade?
Aura gets out and attempts to help Zerg close the door.
Alrighty, so, Zerg.
Zerg's gonna close the door behind him, locking himself in the room,
No! What are you doing?
and yell to the party, "Run!"
You are a literal crazy son of a bitch.
They better be running. Y'all better be running.
Towards you, yeah. I got
And,
You have 2
and
actions
I guess
left.
that's it. I got 2 actions left.
You can ready a punch if you
You could also just run out and close the door. What's going on here?
I'm buying you time. Get out. This thing's fucked. I'm gonna throw my javelin.
just towards the roaring in the darkness.
Yeah.
All right, make me an attack roll.
30.
Jesus.
So make me a flat check because you're throwing it towards the sound through the darkness. It's 50-50.
18.
Fuck it hits him. The javelin hits him.
Just a regular damage roll.
Javelin damage is like your unarmed damage, but D6 instead of D4. So it'd just be D6 plus 4, I believe. Do you have a javelin damage thing in there? I think.
Just
I feel like I made
replacing
one.
the D4s with D6s.
That's just a single D6. It's just
Oh.
D6, but you can just roll D6 plus 4 is what it would do.
D6 plus 10.
It hits. So you hear claws scraping through the darkness as this thing, you can't see it, but you can clearly hear it rushing across the ground towards you, much faster than any of you could run. It is substantially faster than you. And in an instant, the claws are upon you, and you can just see this faint green sigil through the darkness rear up as it opens its mouth to bite down on you again. And it's gonna bite you for 30.
Yeah, that hits. This isn't going how I planned.
Wait, how did you plan it?
Yeah, what was the
To get
plan?
out
I'm
after,
curious.
just to buy a bit of time, like distract it for a minute, and then fucking. If we're all running, he's just gonna chase.
For
What's-
25 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay, that's doable.
And you feel, again, as this thing clamps on your torso, your midsection loses feeling, and you can reach down and feel a huge fang embedded in you. You are drained 1. You can feel a lot
Oops.
of
Sorry.
warm blood oozing out of you here. As it brings its head down, you see the sigil change once more before it rears back up for another bite, and its mouth blocks it. Arbus.
I'm just gonna. I'm nosing Selwyn's hand and looking at the door. And I'm just gonna hold, I guess. See what happens.
Barkbeard.
I jump back into the window, and then I run to the door, and then I open the door. Although 5, I actually may not be able to make it.
Probably able to.
Is that one action to be able to get through
Coming
the window?
through the window is an action. So that would probably be 2 for you to get to the door.
Come on, me and bro. We gotta save our bro. Let's open the door.
Selwyn.
One time.
Well, I couldn't make it. I couldn't run over there all the way. Because I have 30, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, I could fucking
I could make
cry.
to like here.
There's a measuring tool. It's
I'm gonna
so much
run.
faster than
I'm gonna open the door.
Well, because I was gonna try and yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
I didn't know where
I
they
might get pushed.
Because she moved underneath you and I had to find her.
Yeah.
So, Selwyn, as you rush forward and throw the door open, you see Zerg with
Oh,
one
hi.
of these massive fangs stuck in his midsection. And nothing.
Where the fuck's the beast? Oh my god, I just realized.
You just realized?
I'm
I
an idiot.
realized the moment he said number.
Yeah, well, I was busy thinking about how we were all going to die.
And I was busy thinking about how we were gonna
How is this going so badly?
You have one action left.
Can I do anything to pull this thing out? Do
You can
something?
attempt a medicine check.
Yeah,
It's
I would like
administer
to.
first aid, which can be done untrained.
All right. Well,
It's just the
what do you
DC.
mean? I'm trained,
Oh,
bro.
well then get good.
Yeah.
Roll a medicine check.
All right, fine. I will. Wow.
Easy.
22. Pout.
22 is as you kind of try to reach around to Zerker, this thing seems to be solidly embedded, and as you give a cursory, quick, as gentle as you can check, you don't know that you're going to be able to get it out without causing way more severe damage.
Okay. Arvis, can you hop out of wolf form and kind of do this for me?
Ara, unless Arvis wants to jump in.
Wolf?
I summon Frederick right here.
Hello, Wolf?
Deleted Frederick like the dumb idiot I am. I have to get him again. All right.
Do I remember what it? Can he not move if it's in him? I can't remember.
So, you don't know what it does.
That's true. I just pulled one out of someone.
So as I'm getting Frederick, you've got one action left.
I'm gonna pop in the room and look around for the thing.
The chapel, the greater chapel hall appears to be totally empty, save for the corpses that you've already left here. You can see where the wood has been shunted aside by this thing dragging its massive bulk towards Zerg. But then it appears to have just disappeared entirely. You don't know where it's gone. Zerg.
Hello. Yeah.
Let me jump in here before he goes.
Arvis.
Fuck. I'm gonna sprint over in wolf form. What's it? That's one. What's it to drop it? Back to, is it? I don't even know.
Dismiss the spell.
Yeah, that's dismiss the spell, which I believe is an action. Dismiss
I
is
doubt
an
you're gonna
action.
let me do medicine as a wolf.
No, you cannot do
too bad.
medicine as a wolf. It would take you a second action to dismiss the spell, meaning you don't have the 2 actions left to administer first aid this turn.
That's.
Oh,
what
wait.
I thought.
Oh, wait. Why did I get it for 1?
Because I forgot you had 1 action left.
Oh,
Fuck.
so I administer first aid as a 2.
It is 2
Is
actions.
it 1 with a bandolier?
No, because it's 3
Unlucky.
if you don't have a bandolier, so you get the stuff out
okay,
of
fair
Vendor
enough.
too.
Right,
It's a
okay.
2 action activity.
Right.
You'd
okay,
have
my
1
bad.
action left. You see Zeg's fairly well injured.
Oh well. Would I have known because I did it before? It was 2 actions.
I mean,
So-
you know, administering first aid is 2 actions. Like you have.
So can
A
I
quick
not have
moment,
dropped
you-
wolf form and just sort of been standing there in a wolf kind of nose and like put him on my back?
Okay. Zerg.
Hello. So I've still got this fucking thing in me, right?
You have this thing in you, and you can
I'm gonna try and yank it out.
reduces your max health by 6, and
I'm gonna
it's
give it
drained.
a
so-
pull.
Give me a
Medicine
medicine
check?
check, Zerg MD.
Fuck, if 22 didn't do it.
Yeah, 20. It's pretty well embedded, and you're not able to quickly rip it out.
You
Not
know what?
without
I'm gonna hero
massive
point it.
damage. Okay.
Never mind.
Unfortunate.
Unlucky.
It does as you try
okay.
here, feel for a few seconds. You got 1 action left, and you had the darkness and the door open. You know this thing gorged you. You have no idea where it went.
I'm gonna just roll out of the room backwards. Like, nope. I told you to run. Why you not run?
We never leave our work behind. Especially the strongest man alive. We'll be the strongest man if you're dead.
room! Miss Merge was shut in! And you hear his voice floating out the door. You are going to bleed for 1 point of damage. The beast is still nowhere to be seen.
It better fucking be.
So, Arvis, with a moment to flip back and see if you can treat Zerg here, if you can get this thing out of him.
Watch the door.
Oh, we should close the fucking door.
Close the fucking door.
Closing the fucking door.
Ara is in the room with
Well,
Frederick.
pull Aura out of the room, close the fucking door. I'll yank this plan out if I have to.
Goddamn mother hero point. You're... Ah. Let me delete another one.
Sorry, you
We're just
still
never
have...
lucky in this party. Just not.
So this one's stuck through his midsection. That's kind of like vital organs, the part of the body, and it's proving difficult to remove. Zerg, you can give it another shot.
I would like to
eith-
assist Aravis.
Yeah, either of you could also use your action to attempt to assist. But
Yeah.
Zerg, Batsky,
So it's just gonna 28.
MD. Zerg Betsky MD doing it again.
I was worried to pull there, but you don't seem to be okay.
It's fine. I've been stabbed with worse things.
Gets it
Have
out,
you? It felt pretty bad to me.
which will immediately
Pretty
end the
serious.
drained condition. However, you are still going to bleed for 1 more point of bleed damage. It doesn't seem to be very bad for Zerg.
How big is this this thing? This
Like a
what is it?
9-inch curved serrated fang. It's like a fish hook. Like these barbs running all the way down it are just thin bits of cartilage that are all hooked downward to keep
I'm gonna
it
kind of
embedded.
tuck it into my bandolier.
Wait, I have a great. Wait. We could use it like a fucking guitar.
What?
Yeah. We could strap it around your bone fist with this jagged tube to make it even more metal.
Okay, first of all, mechanically, what's the deal there? Would that become an improvised weapon, or is that still my fist? Because
I think we
like,
just do your fist, right?
I mean,
This
it
is
would
fucking
still
cool.
just be your fist. That would be super fucking cool. But with that embedded into your hand there, I would absolutely let that be a spiked gauntlet instead of your fist, which is pretty much the same thing, but it does piercing damage instead of bludgeoning damage. So then you can
I'm
swing
down
for
for that.
piercing damage with your fang hand and bludgeoning damage with your other hand.
Yeah, and you could call out which one you're using. There you go. You got
I'm gonna
it.
tuck that into my my bandolier for later.
So roll
Just
me a
to-
flat
I
check
can
real
fashion
quick.
something.
Because he's still
what check?
bleeding from the stomach fairly decently, so give me a flat check.
Just a flat check.
Yeah. And then,
Oh.
assuming that someone of the party here, medically inclined, is able to try to help out, give me another one for their assistance before it ticks again.
All right.
Yeah,
After he yanked it out, after I'm like, yeah, then maybe
Yeah, try to
I
stop
would be
the bleeding.
watching. Oh, I just rolled medicine like a fool.
Oh, should I also? roll
Yeah,
this?
Zerg, just give me a flat check again.
Yeah.
And this is a 50-50 for them trying to bandage you up while you're distracted by this fang. Blood is still just pouring out of your stomach.
Am I doing the flat check?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was still the support check.
We're all anxious.
So you are going to bleed for another 1. It's clearly not very severe.
Why,
You know
why
what?
the
I
fuck
think-
do I bleed for 6 and
I
he
think
bleeds
it's
for
3
1?
ones in a row.
This
It just
is
kind of
bullshit.
ends. So it's like
This game sucks.
Zerg is just too strong. He's the strongest man alive. This fang is.
Can I just
nothing to
put
him.
it back in to stop the bleeding? Or what?
Oh no! Don't do that.
I've had Zerg. Zerg is getting patted.
3
Thank you.
consecutive 1s on the d6 for damage. I think that bleeding is stopped. With or without
Like-
your intervention.
Bark
Ara
is just over
is
there
trying to get
quietly
Zerg's
dead.
attention.
What's that? It's 1 in 216?
Spaced out on the ground.
Well, no, Barkbeard's just like holding his own hand, and the other arm is dragging behind him.
Oh boy.
So like
Ours.
he's holding it,
Still patting
and
Zerg.
he's basically and all the way from his shoulder all the way through. And it's just the rest of him is attached behind him on the ground, and he's
like
just dragging it
2
along.
separate pieces, entire limbs like being held or just dragged behind him. Zerg here losing a whole lot of blood, and Selwyn pretty severely injured from this massive spiked tail as well, because this creature is a freaking horrifying monstrosity, because the tail's not in the token. Look at this damn tail
Oh, neat.
Oh god.
that he is whipping you with. This is like a nightmare chameleon, is what this thing is.
Ara is still patting on Zerg. Trying to get his attention. As soon as Zerg looks down at him, he's gonna wave him down closer.
Yes. I
He's
bend
gonna
down.
keep closer.
I can't bend down. I'm bleeding right now.
And as soon as
bend down
you're within
anymore.
as soon as Zerg's face is within his reach, he slaps him. and then walks
Hey, I almost felt this.
off. And then walks off. Like leaving.
I could drag my arm behind him.
Yeah.
Mr.
Sir-
Batsky.
We're a fucking circus. No heroic sacrifices.
I just try to help, okay? This is you
No,
should
it
have
is-
run. Why you not run?
We leave no circus man behind.
I could have taken him. I was fine.
You could not have taken him.
Did you
Even
see me in there? Who walked
No.
out of this room alive? Me or it? Huh?
I don't think it technically
He
walked
has a
out.
good point.
No,
Renard.
he.
Mr. Basky, you can
He
be
shut the
storm.
door. You open the door. Zerg's alive, and a nightmare chameleon's nowhere to
Shut
be
the
found.
fuck up, boys in the sky.
I'm just saying.
Shut up, God.
I am an impartial observer.
No, you're
As far
not.
as you all know, Zerg killed it and ate it, okay? As
Uh-huh.
far as any of you
In
know.
6
So that
seconds.
dog.
6 seconds. before they
None
get
of us
the
have
door
intelligence
back
8 now. All of us are above intelligence 10 or more.
He's gone. I'm not. I think this worked out all right. But thank you for coming back to get me. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you for being alive.
Yeah,
Kinda like-
yeah, you know.
I'm actually like someone's definitely like teary. She was very upset about this whole heroic sacrifice prospect.
You could have run. I was fine.
Never.
But thank you.
And this amount of emotion here, Selwyn, you would actually hear a different, familiar voice in your head as Tilvy's telepathic connection lights up and comes through. And just, oh. By whatever gods it is you worship, why do you follow around with these fools? Can you imagine sacrificing yourself when there are plenty of other perfectly good sacrifices to be given instead of you? For what reason?
Hush you. I'm trying to have a moment.
These attachments, Selwyn, these attachments are what hold so many mortals back. You see, these are the things that keep you bound. You should have no allegiance, no dedication to this extreme to anyone but yourself. Not even
Like-
me.
Like the day I start following that creed is the day I turn gray. There's
I
no
don't know-
interest in solitude.
I don't know much of gnomes and bleaching, but I hardly said solitude, now did I? With power comes its own rewards, its own accolades, and its own admirers. I'm just saying, I've obviously can't see what you see and can only feel the strongest of what you feel, but Selwyn, there's a brighter future ahead of you. You just have to be willing to see it. Now, come on, he's not dead, is he? Is he? I can't tell.
Not this time. Pretty close though.
Well, then what is there to even be upset about?
Idiocy. Something you should be familiar with being upset about.
Then find better help.
Never.
And she doesn't respond further than that. This telepathic, almost empathetic communication is Selwyn is trying not to ugly cry in front of the party here, and Aura has tottered off with Frederick back towards the stairs. Barkbeard, you said you were following, dragging about half of you behind. Arbus
yep.
and Zerg, what are you two doing here?
Now that it's just me and him, I'm gonna walk up to him and put my hand like on his forehead, just sort of touch him and lean in. You can be in this storm, but don't let the storm be in you. And I walk away.
Zerg looks up. It's not even raining.
You're in a cave.
What is she talking about? We're inside. Ridiculous.
Truly.
Looking over my wounds.
Which are-
There's one for the history books.
It's
That'll,
pretty.
that'll heal up nicely.
That's gonna be a pretty meaty scar you got there. It'll add pretty well to the strongest man alive monster man Zerg routine, surely. Is it's not right in a real visible spot too. So that's perfect. So it's just Selwyn and Zerg left down here in the temples. He's admiring his injury.
Well, hurry up back there. You know, I'd really like to get some sun before the sun goes down. It could help reattaching this lid, although I'm not quite sure how that works. Actually, yes, no, we should be going.
Yep, we really should. Let's leave.
All right, fine. We've had our fun.
With
That's
everyone,
one way of phrasing it.
Ara is already climbing the stairs this entire time.
yeah. Everyone comes back at your own pace, heading back up the stairs. Ara looking largely okay, coming out the top to the couple of guards who were still standing there. But as Zerg, Selwyn, and Bargabeard come up, barely alive, more and more incredulous looks from the guards before as Zerg and Selwyn come up last together, both of you pretty grievously injured and terribly bloodied. Zergner split in two from this bite. The first guard looks down at you. Oh, by Abaddon, what manner of monstrosities are down there?
Crocodiles.
But, and he kind of looks over towards the docks. I think they lived in the ocean.
Big crocodiles.
He kind of looks down at the pit. Looks up at the other guard. And she looks back at him. Yeah, we should probably report this one, I suppose. You obviously hurry along. You're bleeding out here. God.
No, I don't plan to.
And she kind of pats. We have a basic field medicine kit here. I don't want to.
No, I'm quite good. I'm happy. This is the state I need to be in right now.
Next time
Are you positive?
No, I'm definitely not positive, but I am sure.
Very well. As you were.
Oh yeah, you too. Woo! Circus! Go! Wow! I'm gonna start leaving.
And so the group of you make your way back to the circus grounds to close the book, certainly on at least this day of adventure. Alive!
Mm-hmm.
Alive! Alive is a good bar to have taken with us today. Alive is a solid goddamn bar. And it seems that the Trogs and their demon callers down below have brought with them some powerful defenders from Zevgavazeb's realm, from the Gluttondark, from the deepest reaches of the abyss. And apparently, there's both an upper and a lower entire level left to Moonstone Hall. What are they doing there? Still almost entirely unclear. They've clearly well settled in here for something. And by the good graces foisted upon us by a summoning rune that can only summon the thing into being for 2d6 rounds, which was 5, Zerg is still alive. Oh.
And so he shall remain.
Saved by the dice.
Saved by the
friends.
bell.
Literally saved by the bells. After its 5th round of attack, that thing disappears from existence. That rune in the ground only powerful enough to sustain it for so long. Whoo, boy!
That was
But
a
you
close
got
one.
some good fucking slaps in there. That was the greatest yin and yang 2 consecutive combat encounters of the absolute floor mopping that was the second demon caller and her bodyguards in the antechamber, and then the nightmare
The actual
chameleon.
floor mopping. The floor mopping 2 times.
Yeah, it definitely was a floor mopping twice.
Yeah, it was in your favor and then against it. But still, you seem to have cleared out a good chunk of the ground level of Moonstone Hall. What secrets does it still hold? Well, based on the apparent involvement of catfolk, possibly a lot more than we were expecting. Really.
Fucking cat.
Fucking cat. Thank you for coming, Chad. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. We will see you with another episode of the Extinction Curse next Monday here at 4 p.m. Eastern. I've also got my Age of Ashes campaign that takes place over at twitch.tv/official Paizo every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I am now allowed to talk about this for sure, apparently. Next week, not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, it is going to be August 1st, we are going to be a part of virtual Gen Con's main stage.
Ooh,
We
nice.
in there,
Nice, dude.
boys. Our Age of Ashes show is going to be there from 6 to 10 Eastern. Math says 3 to 7 Pacific as we head in for some Pathfinder Second Edition, quite possibly the conclusion of the second chapter of that campaign for fucking Gen Con. I'm excited. That's awesome. And of course, I'm going to be here tomorrow afternoon playing more Ghosts of Tushibas.
Excellent timing.
Perfect.
Who was
That's
that?
there's our technical issue at 8 o'clock.
Perfect timing.
Does that count?
Good
Counts.
night, everyone. Everyone's alive. We did it. I was
Yay.
concerned for a little bit there, but nobody fucking died. Hooray.